So we have 365 days in order to turn this area right here into a farm. How is that gonna go? Well, I don't know. We haven't started yet. But what I'm gonna do first is take down these dead-looking trees in front of me. We've obviously got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one right here that all need taking down. We're then gonna chop them up, put them in the back of our truck, get them sold. With that money, hopefully we can buy some sort of skid steer or trailer or something like that in order to make more money to take down more forest to make more farm. Anyway, let's go ahead and get straight to it, shall we? Okay, so first port of call is actually taking down all of these trees because we can. So we're going to take them all down at the same time, and then we'll actually work on chopping them all up at the same time as well. So there's one. I believe there's 4 there. There's not many of them, to be fair, but we should get a decent amount of money because they're not actually dead, apparently. Trees have all been taken down, and now it's time to, I guess, zoom along the trees. Oh no, this isn't working. Oh, there we go, that's working. And take off all of the limbs, because the limbs get in the way quite a bit. There we go. We'll work on one tree at a time, and I don't actually know how many trees I'm going to fit in my my truck bed, but hopefully quite a few. So we're going to zoom it this way as well, and there we go. Once we've actually sold a few of these, we'll have enough money for a trailer, possibly with a crane, so we'll do that next. But anyway, I don't know how big I need to chop these up. I'm gonna go really small to begin with, just to make sure I can actually lift them. Because obviously it's wider at the bottom of the tree, and it gets skinnier as you go up. But yeah, we'll do like little tiny logs to begin with, and obviously chuck them in the truck bed like this. Oh yeah, this is actually totally gonna work. Okay, beautiful. Alright guys, we've done it, and the V8 in this thing is screaming. It is such a fast car. I didn't come into this clearing this way, but actually I think we'll create a road going out here, just so that it's easier in the future, because there... Oh, we lost a log. We lost a log. I need to try and keep an eye on that, just to make sure we don't lose any more. That could go there. Let's go ahead and restrap. There we go. Yeah, alright, cool. I don't know where this track goes, but we need to create a road to this track from our base. Yeah. Okay, so I think I sell it just in here, so let's just drive in and I guess release it? No, maybe not that one. Maybe over here? No. Oh, maybe it is though. Maybe it is. Right, release that. Let's go press this button. No, this can't be it. I could buy the lumber mill. That's not it. Maybe it's this one? Alright, hang on, put it here. Yep, and then if I jump out and I press this, bam, there we go. 1,241. We're gonna need to sell like all of these trees to buy anything. Tree number 2, ready to go. I tried to get some longer pieces on this one, and I'm thinking we will make a little bit more money. I've also opened the butt, so that's good too. How much are we gonna get? Bam! 1,553. Alright, we're up to 3 grand so far. How much is, like, the cheapest trailer? Because bringing more over at the same time would be great. So, flatbeds, we do have this one, 2,500. We could actually buy that already. What about low loaders? I mean, low loaders isn't really what I want, is it? Not really. 3,000 though. Ooh, 3,500. That doesn't look too bad. As it turns out, we can actually fit 2 trees at a time, so there we go, 3,600 straight away. Excellent. We're actually up to almost 6 grand right now, and I'm not entirely sure what the first thing is that we need to buy. I am thinking we're going to go for this John Deere skid steer, because that makes sense. And I guess we're going to need a trailer as well, so we'll probably end up going for either this guy or possibly this guy. In fact, this one does make a lot of sense. So I might actually buy that now. Yes? Or maybe not. I don't know. It's tiny. It is actually tiny. Is this one just a small? It's a little bit bigger. And this one is presumably quite large. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to go for. Right, so 3 trees left. Let's go ahead and load them all onto one truck. Once I've loaded them all on, we can get going. Also, if you look in that direction, there is actually a bit of a clearing there with more of these pine trees. So I might actually get rid of those as well. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys once I'm back here, once I've sold these trees on the floor. That right there looks a little bit overloaded, but we've done it. That is all of the trees gone. So, now, oh, one bit, oh, no. Alright, we have to build them up on top then, because they all just fell off. Here we go, this is it. I'm actually excited now. This is 3 trees that we need to sell. Okay, bam! Nope, bam, there we go. 4,740. I mean, that's not really that much money. We are not making very much here. Oh, interesting. A self-made logging trailer. I feel like this could actually be pretty sick. So, main color, let's get the red on there. Yes. The rim color, we're going to go with like a black or whatever. We are spending money doing that, but I'm sure it's fine. Buy it, 1,100. Excellent. Now, the thing is... oh, I don't know where the shop is. So I need to find that real quick. Skirt, skirt! Alright, okay, I found it. Here it is. Oh, that trailer is a lot smaller than I expected. Okay, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. We are gonna need to transport... Please say it can pull it. I don't think it can. Not to worry, guys, because, well, I'm sure this looks and works fine. This is not working quite right, but it's okay. We've got more trees, and to be totally honest with you guys, I want to try and get a full tree on the trailer straight up. There you go. So we're going to reverse straight into it, and we're going to chop it down, hopefully landing it right here. Here it goes in 3, 2, 1. All right, it's landing, 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 and okay. Lower it, lower it, lower it. I mean, it's sort of strapped onto the truck. I guess. Weirdly, I actually want to try and go sell just this tree all by itself. But I have a feeling, a bad feeling, that we won't get very much money for it in its current state. However, it's always worth a risk. I think it is. Because if this is worth money, which it could very much well be, we could have done a good job. Also, side note, we clearly didn't need the trailer for this. Because, well, it's on the top of the truck. It's not even touching the trailer. I've actually decided to ditch the trailer because, well, I'm gonna go for a drive real quick. And we're gonna deliver this as is. And if it's worth a lot of money, well, we'll be doing it a few more times. But hopefully, having multiple of them on the truck at once. I don't know how that's gonna go. Alright, here we go. I reckon we're not going to get very much money for this, but it's definitely worth a try. Here we go. Bam! Sold. 980. To be honest, that is not terrible, considering it basically took no work whatsoever. Whereas cutting it all up, putting it in the back of the truck, takes a lot of work, so... Whoa! My goodness! Yeah. I'm going to do that a few more times. We'll clear out that clearing, and hopefully that'll be good. Maybe. Apparently I've managed to get 3 on here, which is another, what, like 3,000? That's not terrible. Obviously, I don't want to be doing this for very long. Oh my goodness. Okay, fortunately we self-right, that's good. I do think I'm going to need at least a small tractor very soon, with like a mulcher or something, so I think that's one of the first things I'm going to buy. 3 trees, bam! There we go, 3 grand, excellent. So we're at 13,448. Okay. Okay, there's a bunch of different routes we need to go down, and one of them is a skid steer. The main reason I want the skid steer very soon is because if we get a skid steer, we can actually get one of these and get rid of a bunch of the stumps. However, this costs a lot of money, considering I basically have none. So there's a lot of different things I need to try and judge here as to what we need to go with next. This looks very interesting. Essentially, you put some logs in here and it turns it into chips and puts them in a trailer. But that is 13,000, so we still don't have enough for that. Oh, and when I said I can't afford it, by the way, I actually meant we obviously need a tractor as well, so clearly we can't afford it. But anyway, what I want to do now is go get an expensive tree, actually. So let's go ahead and travel back. We'll actually try and chop down something that's worth a decent amount of money and then sell that as well. Once we've done that, we might be able to get a tree-ish tractor, but I don't know. Also, this is actually the way to the farm. We have to go over this bridge. The train does come from in front of me, and it is occasionally coming down the tracks. But yeah, we gotta go straight down this track, slow down, turn right, drive off the bridge, down the hill, and then straight to the road, which is just here. And then our farm is actually just on the left, somewhere. Here we go, turn left here, I think. Yes, here it is, and whoa. This is the farm, very nice. Okay, so, whoa! I really need to get rid of those stumps as soon as possible. I was hoping there'd be like a decent sized tree here, but it all seems to be like pine trees, which really aren't worth that much money, but I guess that's okay. Right, so, with that being said, I still need to get rid of these two trees right here, so I'll load those on, and we'll get those sold. And then I might travel through to the next bit, which will probably be our next field. I think each of these clearings is going to be a field, by the way. Anyway, let's go, go, go. So we chop it really low, yes. And then hopefully we can tab through to the truck as soon as it falls on the roof. That's not the best. That's not quite how I wanted it, actually. But it is on, and I can drive like this. Okay, no, we're probably going to cut it up actually a little bit. I'll load some of it in the back, but we'll keep a long stretch on the roof, and we should get more money that way. There we go. I mean, that sort of works, right? Let's go ahead and reverse back to the next one. We'll load it up a very similar way, and then we'll try and sell these. I'm assuming I'll get a decent amount of money for this. Also, I need to figure out what sort of tractor I want next, because I do need a tractor of some sort. Because we are going to obviously plow these fields. The whole aim of this video, by the way, is to actually get to the point where we have a farm here. But we are very far away from that just now. Alright, cut all weirdly. Bam! We got 4,355. That was for 2 trees. So you definitely get a lot more money by selling them in longer lengths, which we already knew, but obviously we couldn't really do that before. Anyway, we're up to $17,804. I think a skid steer would be nice here. We'd be able to skid steer the stuff onto the truck or the trailer and just have bigger logs in general, and I think that'd be pretty good. However, it is very small. But maybe that's okay. Yeah, so we're going to buy it. We're going to buy it. We're not going to have a warning triangle because we don't need that. Is there any way we can add a weight to the back? Forestry is more expensive, but that is sort of what it's going to be, but it's fine. Right, we're going to purchase it just like this. Okay, right, we've already got a skid steer. Very nice. We're then going to have to obviously go to skid steer attachments. And I'm thinking we want... Well, we want a grabber of some sort, right? So that's a bale. Oh, there isn't actually any for lifting logs, is there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, the manure fork might be able to do it. It can probably grab, so that would be okay. But I would imagine it's quite heavy in itself. Yeah. What about just the pallet fork? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. All right, that one's 400, so we're just going to go ahead and purchase the Massey Ferguson one again. All right, here we go. Buy it. Yes. It might be a pain in the butt to use, but I'm sure we'll be able to use it. Alright, where is it? We need to go pick it up. Oh yeah, here she is, a John Deere front loader with, oh sorry, yeah, well I guess skid steer, with a Massey Ferguson pallet fork. Alright, so we have to try and load this into the back of the truck. Otherwise I have to drive both back home and I don't really want to do that. Alright, so unfortunately my forks go through the truck at the back. That makes things way more difficult to get into. Yeah, alright, so drive it forwards, lower it down, there. Okay, keep lowering it as we try and drive forwards, but I can't, yeah, I can't get back. Alright, we're gonna have to drive this a different way then. I can't lift up the truck. I was thinking it would be funny to lift up the truck. I have an idea. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, that's, the skid steer is a bit heavy for my truck. Okay, well, I found a different trailer that I'm actually gonna use, so let's do it. Here we go. I actually think this is a really nice trailer for this too, so hopefully all goes well here. I just need to try and get out of this. Alright, that'll do. Nope, almost. Come on! Maybe I have to jump in the truck to move that, please? There we go. Oh, I swear. I hope the truck can pull this. Please say it can. Please? I don't think it can. Oh, no! Why not, man? Why not? You know what's funny and also really dumb? The skid steer can tow it. Anyway, right, we'll lift that up. We will actually put the truck on the trailer and have the skid steer tow us both home. That is stupid, but it's the way it's gotta be, unfortunately. Oh man, really? Oh wait, no. I do actually have an idea. I just need to go over to wherever the shop is. Right, hold on. Lower this down. Drive it over there. I have an idea, because there is something we can do to our truck here, but it's gonna cost us money. Okay, so the truck itself, what we can do is go to... I don't actually know where it is. Truck bed hitch. Yes, fifth wheel. So we can put a fifth wheel in the back of the truck. That is gonna cost me 560, but it is probably actually definitely worth it. So customize, yes, there we go. Alright, very good. You might be thinking, well, the trailer doesn't fit that. But look at that, gooseneck. That is going to cost me an extra 1,500. So we're losing a lot of money on just modifying things. But now, let me reattach. Oh, I can't reattach. I have to undo all the straps, attach the truck on, and then we can drive it home properly. I think. There we go. Yes. All right. So now if we jump into this, we can put it on the trailer. We can also use the trailer to tow logs and stuff like that. So we are good to go. Alright, beautiful. What a cool situation we're in now. So if I press X again. Whoa, whoa. If I press X, no, X. There we go. Strap it down. We're good to drive home. I'm glad we got that sorted. I am. Oh, this is great, actually. I like this. Okay, right, we're back home. So now it's time to chop down all of these trees. Which again, there's about 6 of, and we obviously need to delimb them, and then we need to get them on the trailer using the skid steer, but we're obviously going to have them in bigger sections, so this will be interesting. Let's go ahead and fold this back up properly, and then we can drive this over to wherever it needs to be for the skid steer to load it. How big do we even want to go? I'm thinking around here would be nice. There we go. So chuck that to there. That looks like a pretty decent sized log. And then we're going to go with maybe around here. We should be able to lift the left side onto the trailer and then use the skid steer for this one. So let's jump in and see if we can actually do this, shall we? We need to go further left than you think. There you go, because it's more weighted to the left side. And if we ram it into the stump, we might be able to get it on the forks. Aha, there we go. Alright, so lift it. For some reason it won't really lift. Oh. Oh. This is weird so far, but it is sort of working. Yeah. Alright, we've... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, it seems, but... I think we'll get there. We will get there, right? Right, guys? Here we go. I mean, to be honest with you, that worked a heck of a lot better than I was expecting. But we got it on, so let's just go ahead and push it from here. There we go. And the more I do, I think the better we'll get at it, so I'm okay with being bad at the first one, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, push this from this side forwards. There we go. Alright, good. Alright, we sold both trees for 5,000 again, pretty much, and now we can go get the trailer. But we can't tow the trailer unless we have the gooseneck. We have the gooseneck, so we're good. We're good. Yes. So, as it turns out, if you lock down one of the logs, you can actually get the rest of the logs on the trailer pretty nicely, especially if you drive the trailer to wherever you need the trailer to be, and then you jump in here, you lift it, and you put it on properly. That is the easiest way I've found of doing this. So yeah, you just drop it on. Wait, why isn't it falling off? It's falling off every other time. Come on. Come on. There we go. It should just slide forwards. It's not really working out here. Come on. Alright, lower it down. Jab it in. Flip it over. Alright, that works, I think. Yep, we're good. And now if we jump back in the truck, we go ahead and strap it down. That's awesome. We're gonna have to do that a few more times. This one wants to slide off, but I'm trying my best to get it on there. Come on. Lift. Lift it higher. Come on. Please. Alright, lower it down. Okay. We might be able to just scoot it on this way, but I don't know how I feel about that. Here we go. So, scoot it and lift it. Scoot it and lift it. No, we're gonna struggle here. It's gonna fall off the side. That's okay though, because it actually is in the air still. So grabbing onto it might be more easy than before. Here we go. Right underneath. Grab it. Lift it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, bring it this way. Oh. A bit wibbly wobbly. We're a bit wobbly. Lower it down. I've accidentally just knocked a piece off, but that's okay. Oh, now I'm struggling. This is bad. Alright, here we go. So if I grab it here, lift it, push it forwards. There we go. Alright, it's on pretty much in the right place here. Sort of. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that works. And then we shove this one on, that one on, and I'm gonna go sell that trailer. Another load. Bam! $11,852. Okay, right. We are getting somewhere. Can I afford a tractor now? I don't know. I don't know what the cheapest tractor we have here is, but I'm assuming quite high. 16,000 for this one. This one's actually a pretty decent tractor too. That one is 7, but it's tiny and bit rubbish. Yeah, I don't know what tractor to go for. I'm not sure. A Landini? No. No. This one, I mean, it works, but it is ugly. What about this guy? The MTZ 920. How much horsepower does that have? 89. Can it have a front loader? Can it? Additional weight, steering, windows, front attacher. Yes. Oh, it can have a 3-point hitch on the front. No. Wait a second. Is this a real thing? There's no way they have quad bikes with 3-point... I understand the 3-point hitch. Maybe that is actually a real thing. Sort of. But I don't really understand a front loader attacher on a quad bike. But, I mean, if it works, it works. I'm gonna do it. Alright, guys. We need to do some modifications here. Ignore this, by the way. Ignore this. We need to do some modifications. Front loader, yes. We are going to have to purchase a front loader attacher. I don't know which one it can use, but I guess we're going to go with this guy. Kind of expensive, but sure. There we go. We're then gonna have to go with a front loader tool. Now, what I wanted to use was actually this guy, lift wood. All right, it's 600. We can actually buy it, so we will. All right, very good. And then we need to go back to the farm, get our skid steer, and we're gonna come back and sell it. What we're then gonna do is buy a weight for the back of the quad bike, and that is gonna be the tool that we use to load up our trailer. It's gonna make things so much better. Oh, it's actually a very tiny quad bike. You know, sometimes quad bikes are actually really big. Yeah, this ain't one of them. Wait, hang on. I think I bought the wrong front. No. Yeah, I think I bought the wrong front front loader on this. What is it supposed to use? Hang on, what is it supposed to use? Combinations. Ah. It's supposed to use this. Alright. That's not what we're using. That is not what we're using. I love it. I also really hate it, but that's fine. Alright, let's get ourselves on there. I need a weight. I don't know how expensive weights are gonna be, but let's just see, shall we? Here we go. Weights. They're too expensive. Unless I've got a modded one. Yeah, all of them are too expensive for me right now. I'm a bit reluctant to sell my skid steer to replace it with this. I am. I'm extremely reluctant. But, I mean, look at it. It's pretty interesting, right? Right? Yeah, we're gonna need to, we're gonna need a weight. If we're gonna move at all with this, we are gonna need a weight. Alright, lower it down. There we go. Strap it down, let's take it home. Oh wait, actually. No, don't. Don't. We gotta leave it here. Because otherwise we won't be able to lift up the weight. So, it has to stay here. I'm going all in. I am. I wasn't gonna sell this straight away, but honestly guys, having a front loader on on a quad bike, it's really getting to me. It actually is. It's really getting to me. But I'm hoping for the best here. So we're gonna strap this down. We're gonna go sell the skid steer that we literally just bought. And we're gonna bring that quad bike home with a big weight on the back. And we're gonna chop down these trees. And we're gonna get it all sold. Ah, that's crazy. It feels crazy. Oh, I can't actually sell... Oh, okay. I can't sell things here, so we're gonna have to sell things using this. Which means we're gonna lose a little bit more money, but it is what it is. So sell for, yep, 5,000. We are obviously gonna go ahead and sell the pallet fork as well for 300. Okay, and the weight that we're gonna need is gonna be quite a big one. We're not gonna go for the lowest. We're not gonna go for the highest either, because obviously that gets very heavy. So let's go for somewhere in the middle. Here we go. So a weight of 1.3 tons. Yes, that's gonna go on the back of a quad bike. Alright, okay, because it has to weigh more than the front loader attacher, and it has to weigh more, or equal to, the attacher, and also, obviously, a log. So, so let's go ahead and reverse over to this, and hopefully it's good enough. This is bizarre, by the way. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this has planted us actually quite nicely. Okay, get us back to the farm. Let's go. Okay, we've made it back home. Let's choppy this tree down. Here we go. So we'll chop it at the bottom. I'm gonna chop this tree into 3 different pieces. I'm obviously gonna go ahead and get rid of all the limbs as well. Here we go. Limb it up, delimit, all the way down to the end if possible. There we go. We then chop it into 3. Obviously, the end piece we can just carry anyway, because it's not very heavy. There we go. But these 2 pieces, we're going to need the quad for. So let's chop this somewhere in the middle-ish. There-ish. Yep, that's good. And let's do it. Here we go. So, essentially the way this works then, is the end has a strap. So I put it next to the log, and I should be able to strap the log with the end. I also need to lower down the thingamabobby. The trailer is still up, so we need to sort that out. But yeah, if I go ahead and put this, let's say here, and do L. Is that the way this works? I can't remember. Uh-oh. Hang on. I might need to press... Oh no, I've pressed H. Sometimes you press H and it just messes everything up, right? Press G. L. Oh, wait, hang on, that's... No. L? There we go. And then let's see if we can lift this. Aha! Yes! Bit bumpy, but that's okay. Alright, lower this back down. Let's park ourselves a little bit further forwards. Jump back in this. And there we go. Oh, this is going to be so much easier. This is going to be so much easier than trying to balance it on a forklift. Yes! Okay. Alright, we're going to do this a bunch of times. So obviously we sort of have to. But that's okay. Alright, this one's a bit longer. Might have accidentally cut it a bit weirdly, but that's okay. Drop it on there, very nice. And then all we gotta do is keep going, dropping it on, over and over and over again. And then we'll be good. I do need to get more trees, though. Also, I did say I could probably carry this, but I'm actually obsessed now with just using this. I don't know why. Alright, let's line ourselves up nicely. Lift it up. And chuck it on. Oh yeah, I mean I chucked it in the worst place possible, but it's on there. Alright, we've got rid of all of the pines that needed getting rid of, and well, we've got 2 of them on the trailer right now. So, what do I want to do next? Well, I'm going to take out a few more trees before I leave, because I want to make a decent amount of money on this sale. So, let's take out these big trees behind us and load them onto the trailer and get those sold as well. It's just... Hang on, let's go find them. This tree right here, this one, and that one right there. So we'll take both of those guys out, get them on the trailer, and then we'll go ahead and sell them. Once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and find a place to sleep tonight because, well, it's getting dark. It's already 5 p.m. So, yeah, let's do it. That rear log is not on very well, but we've got all of the trees on. Look at it! Yes! So, we're gonna drive over to the store again. We're gonna get all of this sold, and we might come back with something new. Who knows? Sell it, sell it, sell it! Bam! 11,956. That is not terrible. Okay, well, it's time to sell those trees, so bam! There we go, $11,956. Beautiful. Alright, so it's getting late, I need somewhere to sleep. Let's go ahead and go to the store real quick. We're gonna go to construction, we're gonna go all the way to farmhouses, and, well, we're gonna buy ourselves a little farmhouse up here in the trees. Yep, let's go with right here, just like this. Bosh. Okay, around this, we're going to go ahead and decorate because, well, I sort of want to. So let's go ahead and do this. There we go. We'll actually change the shape of it, if possible. How do I do that? Change brush shape. There we go. We're going to add, obviously, some gravel around the house itself. Just like this. There we go. And then outside, we're going to add a little bit of a concrete base over here. Yeah. I don't know, like a concrete slab? I think that'd be really cool. There we go. And then we're going to go with a little bit of gravel on the front of it, obviously. There we go. And we'll do a bit more right here. Okay, very good. So, we now have somewhere where we can actually park. Yeah, that's good for once, actually. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and zoom this back across here a little bit. There we go. And I think I'm actually happy with that. Yeah, I think I am. Possibly. Anyway, let's go ahead and park up and then sleep through the night, and then in the morning we can figure out what we want to do next. It's sleepy time! We're sleeping all the way through the night, and in the morning, I think what I'm going to do is maybe add a process. I think it'd be good if we put down some sort of sawmill so that we can process these trees and make more money. Alright, so I am going to need 10 grand for this. That's okay. I do think I want to put it somewhere... where we can get to it. Obviously, I want this to be an actual field. So I think I might put down a concrete pad over here somewhere, and then we can actually place it down. That seems like a good idea. In fact, I'm going to place it here anyway. Whoosh, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a concrete pad around it, and hopefully that will look good. Here we go. So concrete, go ahead and shove that right there like this. Boom, all the way across. And let's do that again right here for funsies. There we go. And I'm just going to grab some of this. I'm going to attach it onto there like that. We're going to zoom it across. And to be honest, that seems fine. Yeah. Alright, so how does this work then? Well, if I get myself a tree, let's say this one right here, and I chop it down into the zone right there. Here we go. Hopefully I'm aiming right. Well, we can actually turn the trees into planks or beams or whatever we actually want them to be. Here we go. Yes. Alright, so it drops straight in. Now, if I run over to this, we should be able to decide what it builds. So, I'm going to go with wooden beams. Yeah, I'm going to go with wooden beams. So, activate it. There we go. And that's fine. Yeah, so we can change the output so that it either delivers it straight away or so that it pops out here. I think I want it to pop out here. However, before we actually do that, I'm going to go ahead and chop this one down as well. And we're going to dump it straight on top of the, the processing plant, because we are going to need more wood. So here we go. There we go, delivered. Nice. I also want access to this area back here so that we can actually get the planks out of here onto a trailer and get them sold. You know, I have been looking at what I can use to plow the fields. This right here looks pretty good. However, it needs 90 horsepower. What about this one? This needs 60 horsepower. So this is probably what we're going to have to use. What else have we got going on? I mean, the smallest one in the game requires 85. So, yeah, we won't be able to use that either. That's crazy. So I think we're going to either save up for this one, or we're going to save up for a tractor that can pull this one. Yes. Okay, next thing we need to do then is chop down this tree right here, and I guess we'll take down the smaller one in the middle, because, well, it's going to be in the way, so we're going to chop these down. I'm not allowed to cut this tree. Oh, I thought I was on the border. So that area right there isn't actually mine. Okay, we might have to start moving that way then with what we're chopping down. I think I can get this one though. Yes, I can. Alright, so we're going to chop this guy down. To be fair, it was the furthest one in anyway, so this should be good. Alright, lovely! Okay, so we're obviously going to go ahead and chop all of the limbs off. There we go, yes! Yes, 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 all the way down. And then we will obviously go ahead and, we'll go ahead and put it on the trailer because we're going to need to. It would be nice to sell some other trees at the same time. Possibly these two right here would be good. So let's go see if we can chop those. It'd be nice to see where the boundary is as well. I'm not entirely sure where it is. Anyway, let's chop this tree down if we can. Yes, we can. Excellent. And then we'll chop down the one behind me because, well, we should be able to get this one too. Yeah. Then we're going to go ahead and put all three of these on a trailer and get out of here. And there we go, 3 more trees ready to go. Hopefully we can afford a tractor and also a plow once we sell these. That would be awesome. And again, bam, there we go, $12,321. That is actually a decent amount of dollars. And we now have 16,532 overall. So let's drive around to where the store is and see if we can buy something. Oh boy, I know it would be a huge mistake to buy this, like I really do, but also, I mean look at it, it is beautiful. Oh, I like it. I think I'm actually gonna buy it. Should I though? How much does that leave me with? It's only got 32 horsepower. You know what, no, we shouldn't, like I really want to, but we shouldn't. How much horsepower does this have? 89. That would actually be pretty decent. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. We're not going to do any modifications to it. It is just going to be as it is. And then we're going to buy a plow and hopefully that'll be fine. Alright, so 12,500. I don't know what optional extra I've just paid money for. I think The engine? Oh, apparently the turbo is the same price. I'm already playing plus 500, so I'm going to modify that. That's okay. Right, so if we go back then and we find a plow, we can now actually go with a decent sized one. But yeah, I'm going to go with this. We've got 90 horsepower and we've got a 90... Yeah, no, this works. Hopefully this thing can actually create fields. It does say create new fields, so hopefully it does just that. Alright, our little tractor. I don't actually know what you'd even call this. If there's anyone that can speak Russian in the comments, let me know what Benapkisi means. Let me know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it updated to the turbo version. Then we'll whack it on the trailer and we'll get it back to the farm. Oh, as it turns out, we actually did have to spend 500 to do that, but it's an upgrade in power, so definitely worth it. Let's get ourselves on this trailer, and then we'll get back to the farm in no time. All right, I'm just gonna jump through. There we go. Lift her up. Very nice. Jump through again. There it is. Whack her on. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, park it there. Turn the engine off, might as well. Go ahead and lower it back down. We'll strap it down. We'll take it to the farm. Okay, we've made it back home. I still need something that will take out the... Oh, we've already got one of the things. That's awesome. Yeah, we still need a stump taker outer, and that is not something that I currently have, so... Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in the tractor. We're going to spend a little bit of time today creating a field. Oh yeah. All right, let's get straight to it. I think I'm just going to try and drive around the edge of this field and get this one done first. All right, so lower it down. Oh yeah, it can create fields. Very nice. Now all I need to do is drive around until this field has been created. Unfortunately, there are stumps in the middle of it. But we will get rid of those soon, maybe. Guys, we did it! We've successfully, well, I was gonna say planted. We haven't planted anything. We've successfully made our first field on the farm. I'm actually very pleased with this tractor. It has performed exceptionally. Like, really, really well. Which is awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and lower this down back here, and we'll leave the tractor here for now. Because, well, we need to get rid of those stumps. I don't know how to do that, though. Okay, reverse the truck back because, well, we're at the point now where we might want to load those pallets on. So, I don't know if this can do that. Let's go see if it can. If this can actually work for this, this would be great, but I have a feeling that we're going to have to rebuy a pallet fork. Yeah, I think we will. I don't think this is going to do it, but we'll go ahead and plant it in the center-ish anyway. Like here-ish. There we go. Maybe reverse back, lift it. It's so bouncy, this thing, to drive. Because realistically, it shouldn't be like this anyway, but... Okay! We managed to grab both. I wasn't expecting this to work. Can I lift them? Barely. It is possible. It is possible for me to lift them. Okay, interesting. Well, if I zoom forwards then... Yep, if I zoom forwards... And I put them on here... That's good. Yeah, obviously I can't put them in the, like, most perfect place, but... That worked! We actually did it! Yes! You know what, we actually need to build the path in here, so let's do that next. We're gonna go ahead and build a road of gravel from our house through. So, if we go to construction, we'll go ahead and get some gravel, and we'll start building it now. So, from here, we're gonna come this way. Alright, very nice. We're then gonna go this way, obviously. That's a bit of a tight bend, but I think what I'll do is I'll actually create a little bit of room here anyway. There we go. We'll fix that back onto there. Very good. We're then gonna come this way and around this side of the field, if we can. There we go. Keep it coming around. We then gonna go this way through here. Alright, not enough money, but we have done a pretty decent job there of building a path for ourselves. Yeah, okay, very nice. We also need to do something with that trailer. It's just sat here for a long time. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and plow this field right here to my right. Come on, you little tractor, let's go! I'm going to call it Benapis. Benapis. Benapisi. Benapisi. Yeah, that seems like a good name for it. Right, let's get our wee-woo lights on. There we go. Let's get ourselves lined up very nicely. And, well, this is going to be kind of a small field, but let's do it anyway. So we're just going to drive around the outside first, and then meet it back up at the other end. I'm actually really excited to see what this turns out like at the end, because I think it'll be a really cool little farm. Like, it's not going to be huge, obviously, but I think it'll be interesting nonetheless. Also, we are currently at minus $5, so very soon we are going to have to do something about that. I don't know what something about that is going to be, but we got to do something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it relatively tight to the road. Yep, there we go. And we're just going to follow the curve of the road back around, and that should be awesome. I forget to turn off the engine of the truck. You can just hear it going boom, 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 which is kind of cool. It's a very cool truck. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and just bring this back over to here. That'll do me fine. And then, obviously, I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. Again, though, we are going to have to dodge all the stumps, because there are a few in here. That's okay. Would you look at that? There we go. That actually looks amazing. Yes, and you can actually see all of the stumps that we need to take out, but for now, obviously, can't really do anything with that. We are also limited in the fact that we have no money. So, let's reverse our tractor back. Bepisi. Benapisi. And we're going to leave it right here, because I am going to need it again in a second, because reasons. Bosh. There we go. Alright, turn out the light. Let's go ahead and jump into this guy. And we're going to go ahead and pick up that guy right there, because it's going to get sold. Yeah, that's right. We're selling it right now. Here we go. Let's grab it, if possible. That'd be great. There we go. Strap it over. Yes, we only got one strap on it, but that's okay. Because we got such a big weight at the back, we can actually sort of drive with this. And we're going to go put it on the trailer, which is over here somewhere. We're then going to sell it. Yeah, that's right. It's going to get sold. In fact, I might actually just shove it on the back of the trailer right now. And we can just sell it like that. There we go. Maybe push it on. There we go. Alright, very nice. And we'll sell it. Alright, I'm just going to park here for now. Boop. Okay, jump in the truck. Let's go get it sold. Obviously, we only have 3 of them to sell, so we're not going to make too much money, but that's all right. Oh, I can't wait till this is a field as well. That's going to be awesome. I don't know if I sell these here. I don't think I do, but I actually don't know where you sell them. Yeah, I'm actually unsure where I'm supposed to sell these things. Let's figure it out. Oh, apparently it's over there. Okay, let's go drop them off then. Here we go. Down the roads. Yep, nice. And then in here? Yeah, it's in here. Okay. Let's get it delivered and get it sold, shall we? I am gonna have to drive and reverse it in. That's okay. Alright, here we go. Let's unstrap it now. And... boop, boop, boop. 26,554. Nice! That's actually the most money we've had in this series, or in this video so far. Okay, it's time for more, drawing, I guess. We are gonna go ahead and have it go around this side. There we go. This is going to be our road out, I guess. I don't really know. There we go. And out. And straight to the road. And boop. There we go. All right, nice. Yeah, we've done it. We have actually done it. I want to extend it out a little bit. I want to go ahead and make it like smaller real quick. Like this. And then randomly paint in like a, you know, like a triangle, you know, that makes sense. There we go. So when you're pulling in and off, it's easier to get in and out of the road. Yes, so that goes around there. We've obviously got this field, we've got this field. We need to make this field now, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, where's it at? I think this is it here. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's get ourselves out here, lower it down. Make sure it is actually creating fields, and let's drive around the outside again. I actually wouldn't mind getting rid of a few more trees, so I'm actually going to go behind these trees. We'll get rid of those 2, at least. Yeah, there we go. That just gives us a bit of a bigger field. I'm actually going to go around this tree as well. We're going to take this tree out. Yep, there we go. Go around the edge. And that's all good. Yeah, it just gives us a nicer looking field, to be honest. So that's all good. Yeah, do I want to go all the way down to the edge? Probably not. I'm going to go this way. And we're going to follow the edge of the road again. Just follow it all the way around. Hopefully not crashing into anything on the way around, because there are still tree stumps out here, and obviously that'd be bad to drive into. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we are getting pretty close to the main road, but that's okay. Yeah. This might even be our biggest field after I've gone around those trees and everything. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of driving to do now. Okay, so after going around, we obviously need to chop down these trees to get them out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and chop this one down into the field. There we go. We're obviously going to have to chop that up, put it on the trailer that's over there. And we'll do the same with this one. And then we'll also do the same with the one that's behind me somewhere. Where is it? Over here. This guy needs chopping down as well. I also want to have a little look through and see if there is anywhere else that I can actually make more fields inside of the forest. I think it'd be really cool to do so. So we'll chop that down as well. We'll go ahead and zoom off all the limbs. If we can. Here we go. Quickly. Zooming off all the limbs. Slowly but surely. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, all the way down to the end. Very nice. All right. Let's go do it with these ones as well. And then whack them on the trailer. Apparently this thing can pick up a whole tree. I mean, that's okay. I don't really want a whole tree because it'll actually sell for less than a chopped up tree. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this bit on here because I can. Oh, a bit wibbly wobbly, but there you go. So on there. Very nice. And then I'll chop it up at the end of the trailer and chuck that bit on there as well. Then we'll go grab all that stuff. I was actually going to go sell these at the store, but actually, I'm just going to go ahead and bring them over to here, and we're going to dump them inside of our factory. It's not really a factory, but you know, production plant, and make some more planks, or, what are they called? Beams. Yeah, we're making beams. I wasn't going to buy this until very much later, but honestly, we're going to need it, so there we go. Bam! 13,000 on a dipper fox. I don't even know if this will be able to lift that up. Wait, actually, no, good point. Can I use this on this? Oh, no. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's going on. It seems to be doing something. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna take it home anyway. Not what I expected. I didn't think I was going to be able to attach it on at all if it wasn't going to attach onto my front loader, but there you go. Alright, let's do a jump. Here we go. Boing! Straight over. Nice. Maybe if we attach it onto the tractor, it'll be high enough to actually use properly. Who knows? Anyway, we'll be home soon. Okay, well, I haven't attached it onto the tractor, but let's see if this does anything. Ready? I've turned it on, and it does seem to be drilling. Oh, it actually does seem to be drilling. So, yes. Alright, it works. Very nice. So now I'm just going to drive around all of the fields and jab this into each of the stumps to get rid of all of them. It's going to take ages, but okay. Alright, once we've done this field, which I think this is the last thing we needed to do, we're obviously going to go on to the next few fields. We've got that one in front of us, and we got the one on the right. The thing is, though, I'm actually not going to do that right now, because I want to go to bed. It is 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and I've had a long day. So I'm going to bed. Sleepy time, sleepy time, sleepy time. I think that means I've only actually slept twice, which is crazy. Anywho, we're in, and it's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's lovely. Also, oh my goodness, we need to get rid of this. And also, I need to go to this and figure out how much wood we've got left. How much wood do we have? None. Okay, we need to chop down some trees. Presumably, getting rid of these ones would actually be pretty good, because I want to turn this area into a bit of a turny-aroundy area. So, let's just go ahead and chop these down first thing in the morning. Here we go, choppy choppy! Hopefully this does actually go into the place we need it to go into. Come on. There we go. Timber! Yes. Okay. We're then going to chop this one down and then that one right there. Alright, here we go. Down at the bottom, choppy choppy! I don't know if this tree is long enough. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, there we go. And this one right here. Of course, when we get to the point where the trees are too far away, it's going to get a little bit annoying. But for now, this is working out fine. Yeah. Okay, let's get our tractor over here and get picking these guys up. Oh no, not the tractor, it's the quad bike. Pick these guys up, put them on the trailer, get the trailer, sell them. Alright, come here, you. We can, and we have learned that we can carry 2, so let's go ahead and grab 2 at a time on this and hope for the best. Alright, press L, pick it up, I'm trying, pick it up, there we go, and then drive it over. In fact, actually, let's just get in the truck and move the truck into the right place. That'll make things way easier. Okay, we've moved it, so I'm gonna try and reverse this back. I'm gonna lower it down so that we can lift it up again. We're gonna drive it forwards so that we can put it right here, please. There we go, beautiful. Alright, we now need to go get the next 2, and the next 2, and the next 2, and chuck them all on here. Okay, we got the 2 more on, very good. I do kind of want to attempt to carry 3 at a time, but I do feel like that is pushing it a good bit, to be honest. So we're continuing to do 2 at a time. I think I can stack them in rows of 3, though, so we're going to put another 3 on the back. Sorry, another 2 on the back to make it 3 in a row. Please say we can do that. I don't know if we can, but we're going to give it a good go. Here we go. Alright, we've sort of got it on there. We're not lined up particularly well, to be honest. But there we go. Alright, that's on there. We have 4 more to go. And there we go, fully loaded. We have 10,000 liters of beams. I know that makes no sense whatsoever, but trust me, it's 10,000 liters of beams. Anywho, let's go ahead and take it to the store and get it sold. I really wish they would have made this a little bit bigger, to be honest, but here we go. Let's line ourselves up. I want them all sold at once, because I think that'll be amazing to see. And in 3, 2, 1, boop. No, wrong one, hang on. Boop. No, hang on, wrong one. Boop. There we go, 88,515. What that means is, we have 100k. We could buy something. Okay, back on the farm, and we need to do some work. So, let's go ahead and take this plow and drive it all the way back to the farm really quickly. I say the farm. This is where we're storing our equipment, sort of up here. Either over there, next to the house, or back here in this little area we've left alone. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this right here. What I'm then going to do is go grab the... what is it even called? I couldn't remember what this thing is called, but we're going to attach onto this, and we're going to get rid of all of the stumps in this field, and all of the stumps in that field over there as well. Oh yeah, that actually works much better, because I can actually raise it and lower it whenever I need to. So now that we've finished digging that one, we can lift it up, move to the next tree, which is just here, and do that one as well. Alright, reverse into it. It might actually be tall enough that I can hit this one up here. Yeah. Okay, this field has been did, so let's go to the next field and did that one too. I believe that is actually all of it done. Excellent. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this right here. And I'm actually... Oh, whoops. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab... you know that trailer that's over here somewhere? I'm going to grab that as well. This thing needs to be sold, to be honest. In fact... I could just sell it now, but we're going to go put it on the farm for a bit. Is it going to be useful for anything? Maybe in the future, who knows. We'll go dump it, though. Okay, you know what? I think it might be kind of nice to do, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to add some fencing at the entrance of the farm. Because it's cool. I know a lot of people think this is, like, a pretty dumb thing to do because, well... Realistically, this money could be spent way better elsewhere, but I actually really like building fences on my farms. So we're going to actually send this all the way around to pretty much there, and there we go. So that's one side somewhat fenced. We're going to go ahead and do the other side a little bit too. I've spent a lot of money doing this. In fact, I've spent loads of money doing this, but that's okay, because the whole point of this video is to build a farm that I like. After this, we might end up actually working this farm fully, but I'm not sure how the video is going to end in that respect. But anyway, let's go ahead and just build this up to here for now, and that's okay. Oh yeah, let's have a little drive and see what that looks like. Ooh, it's a bit close together, and actually this fencing is a bit thicker than I thought it was, but I don't know, I still think it's kind of interesting going down this, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll have to drive all the way through here every time we join the farm, or come to the farm. That's okay. Alright, good. I've added a little bit more, little bit more fencing up here because, well, I wanted to. We're gonna go ahead and zoom this around to the other end of the field, again, because I just like the look of it. So it's gonna go all the way to pretty much there. We're then gonna start the fencing again around here, building it around, probably to literally just here. I'll probably just end it sort of there. There we go. Alright, good. I'm not actually going to do this side of the road. We're just going to leave it on this side. I think that's good. Yeah. We're not going to add any more fencing up here because I don't think we need to. But that's okay. All right. Another thing that I want to do is add lights. So down this, we're just going to add lights randomly across if we can. So I say randomly. It has to legit be very random. Let me go ahead and put this down here. Can I turn off... What's the button? Free build mode. B. Hey, there we go. So we got some there. We'll go ahead and put these guys... They're not going to be right next to each other. They are going to be a little bit off from each other, but that's okay. And then I'm going to start just randomly doing them from each side of the road. We'll have one there. We'll go ahead and do some more over here. I know this is less about farming now, more about decoration, but that's okay. That's alright. Send it round, keep it going. There we go. And this is all on one side of the road, but that's okay. There we go. We'll do one here, one there. Keep it going. These are 500 each. Oh, I feel like a rich boy right now, but I won't in a second once I look at how much money we've got. I've only got 38,000 left. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, we'll add a light there, we'll add a light here. I'm actually going to add some on the other side of the road just because I can. So one there, one around here, one around here, one around there. There we go. One at the end of the field. Not going to do any on this side, but I will do one just here because I can. Maybe actually on the other side of the fence. There we go. Alright, that's pretty crazy. Oh, that is pretty crazy indeed. I like it though, a lot. I think I might start clearing another bit of forest somewhere. I might even just do this bit here, because I need to chop down these trees anyway into this, so we might as well just chop them down straight into it if we can. Clear out that area and maybe use that as a field too. Although I don't know how much of that land is actually mine. Yeah, we need to have a look at that actually, so press escape, go to map. Oh, behind the house isn't really mine, but this area is, so yeah. You know what, let's just start chopping down these trees. We're going to chop down loads of them. We are going to need to come over with that de-stubbing tool, and that'll be good. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and chop them quite high so that I can actually see the stumps when they fall, and that'll be good. I also think I want to buy some sort of winch vehicle so that I can just tow the things over there if I need to. That would be really, really useful, actually. Oh, yeah, none of these are actually going in. Alright, little tiny tree, get rid of that. There we go. These trees right here. Do that, there we go, yep. Alright, there's going to be lots of trees coming down here. I don't want to get rid of all of them between... Oh, that one worked. Between here and there. I want some trees in this line, but I think I'm going to chop down this one as well. Yes. There's going to be a lot that I chop down, to be honest. So I'll come back to you guys once I've chopped down loads of trees. I have actually chopped down so many trees that I can't see anything there. But you can see above that I've cleared out sort of a little area for... I was going to say a field, but actually, I think what this area will be for is maybe a big shed. I think that would be pretty cool. Which does also mean I might have to get rid of some of these trees as well, so that we actually have a way to get to the shed. Yeah, that would probably work, actually. Oh, I'm buying this, by the way, because I do feel like being able to tow or, like, winch some of the things would be great. So, I've got to find a way of getting that on my truck without any way of getting it on my truck. I think if I reverse into it fast enough, I might be able to pick it up. Alright, lower it down, and reverse. No, that didn't really work. Maybe if I reverse it into an actual wall, then it has no choice but to scoot up. Alright, here we go. Yep, that's pretty good so far. Alright, reverse into it more. Maybe it'll fall onto my trailer? Or maybe it will just be as steady as can be. That's... Oh, I've got it. Sort of. Somehow this is working. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to assume that this is fine. Okay. Good job, everyone. I got to jump over this, though. Yes, we're doing it. Excellent. Would you look at that? Oh, my goodness. This is awesome. For a way into your farm, imagine driving down this huge road. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, dump it there. Nice, and, well, I gotta get out of the way, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drive over here. Alright, let's park right here. Boop. There we go. Right, jump in the tractor, because that's the next thing we need. Put my wee-woo lights on, and we gotta get to work. I think I'm just gonna park pretty much at the, thingamabobby? I'm gonna park at the thingamabobby and just tow everything towards me and hope for the best. I'm sure that's how this works. So if I bring it over here, alright, I seal myself to the ground. There we go, and now we just attach on and pull, I think. Like over and over and over and over again. How do I use the winch? M. No, K? K pulls the winch, here we go. Pull, 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 pull. As soon as it gets into this area, it goes. Alright, and I just do it literally constantly over and over and over again. Alright, press K. Pull it in. Oh yeah, I'm hoping that sometime it will actually pull multiple trees in. That would be great. Because if I'm pulling them all one at a time, well, that's just going to take forever, but let's do it. Keep pulling. I'm happy with this. This is working way better than I expected. This is definitely worth 22,000, especially if I'm just going to be able to keep pulling them in. I'm going to run to, like, a rear one of the back ones. Attach that onto there. And then we'll see if it pulls in any of the other ones. Hopefully it does. It might get stuck and pull the tractor that way, though. Which it is doing a little bit. Oh. Oh, no, it worked. It didn't pull anything else in, but it worked. These ones I don't need to pull because I can lift them up, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Pull it in. Oh, yeah. I'm so happy with this. It's totally working. Yes. All right, these guys. No, I can't actually pick them up. They must be bigger trees than I expected. All right, put that on there. Pull it. Yeah. Keep going. I'm so happy. Yes. All right, this one's coming in as well. And then we got all of that to do. Okay. Well, we did it, guys. We pulled all of the trees all the way over, and that has worked out excellently. So, now what we need to do is go around and get rid of all of the stumps. There are so many stumps, though, so this is going to be a bit annoying. In fact, it might take me ages to do this, but it is what it is. So, let's go ahead and dump this guy over here for now, because we don't need it right now. There we go. We'll grab the little tree stump remover thingamabobby. We'll attach that on, and we'll do some stump removing. Yeah. This is taking ages, but I think this is the last one. There we go. There are some random bits of stump about, but I think this is the last actual stump, I think. I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do from here is we're actually going to go ahead and lift this up. We're going to turn it off, and we're going to drive away. And we're going to create a shed area over here. I think it'll be good. I'm going to build myself a shed. I'm actually going to use this guy. And we're going to do it like this. Because I wanted it to be bigger. Why can't I put it there? There must be something on the ground. I wanted it to be bigger, but actually, I am just going to go ahead and put one of these here somewhere. I wish it wasn't overlapped by another object, but it's fine. There we go. Alright, good. So, now that we've got that, we need to build some gravel to it, and that'll be it. Alright, hold on. Let's go ahead and do this. Boop. Meow. There we go, very good. And then we're actually just going to go ahead and send it from here upwards. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, very nice. We're going to go ahead and do this one as well. Excellent. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and do this too. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright. Very nice, I think. Very nice. Maybe. Yeah. Alright, I do wish it was a little bit less bumpy right here, but it is what it is. So, if we go up here, we can actually park in this big old shed now. And that means we can park everything in the shed. We've got a truck, we got a trailer, we got a quad bike, we got a bunch of other trailers and things. We can put them all up there if we need. So, let's actually park this guy here, because we need to actually use this guy to load those things onto the trailer. And there we go. Nice. We got everything stacked up there. All lovely. Let's go ahead and reverse this back. We'll actually park this up for now as well, because we can. And I would really like to flatten out this land, because I don't want to go up a bump every time I have to go in here. Also, having a tractor with an actual front loader might be the way to go very soon, because I don't want to be using a quad bike the whole time. Okay, we're sleeping through the night because, well, we're going to go and sell the planks in the morning. So, here we go. This is, what, the third time we've slept? We're almost there. Well, actually, we're really not. And bam! There we go. $53,109 dues. That's pretty good. We have a lot of money. Well, I say we have a lot of money. We don't really have that much money. But that's okay. That's alright. We're getting there. Also, watch this. No! I love doing that. Anyway, we need to get back home because there's more things we need to do on the farm. Look at this, by the way. All of our lights are on the way into the farm. Beautiful. Obviously, they're only on the left side over here, but then they get back to being on both sides. I think that's sick. I actually think that's really, really cool. Yeah. Anyway, we're back home. I don't know what I'm going to do here, to be honest. We got a lot of... Oh, wow. We've got a heck of a lot of beams right there that need to go on the trailer. I think we should spend our money on maybe a new thing to lift those on. Yeah, maybe I should have got that while I was at the store. Is this going to be our front loader tractor? I think it is. There we go. $45,000 for this Ford right here, which actually has 160 horsepower. So, let's go to the store. Here it is. And drive it home. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Nice. I like having new tractors. Well, it is a very old looking tractor, but it's still new to me. Alright, well, we're here, so what we need to do is go to this guy. We need to get rid of the rear weights, we got to get rid of the front, and, well, I don't know what we're going to use the quad bike for after this, to be honest. Detaching tool is not allowed in this state. There you go. Alright, sorted it. Sorted it out. And now I need to reverse backwards. This weight is too heavy for this thing. And there we go. Alright, I'm now going to park the quad up, and possibly never use it ever again. But who knows? Alright, let's attach onto this guy first. Oh. The turning on this is a bit weird, but it should be... Does it not fit? Hello? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, cool. I didn't think it was going to fit there for a second, but we're good, we're good. Alright, reverse backwards. Let's grab the weight as well. Not that... I don't know if we need it. And then we're going to go ahead and try and pick up possibly 3 at a time. Although I feel like that could be a struggle. Alright, here we go. The brakes on this thing seem to suck, by the way. Alright, drive it forwards. Straight into this. Press L. Alright, we've strapped them up. I don't think I've strapped up the top one, but it seems stable enough to actually just carry. Okay, very nice. And then we can just dump it on the trailer. Alright, lift her. And... dump her. Come on. Come on, put it down. Put it down! Alright, I can't quite get it in the right place here. I'm struggling. I'm struggling like crazy. That will do. That will do for now. If I need to push more on, we will push them further. Alright, here we go. We'll get these 2, and then... I'm gonna try and get the next 6 after that as well. Because I totally can. So, lower it down. Attach on. Lift her up. There we go. We're just gonna scoot everything forwards. Oh, wait, what? It's spawning more. I didn't want it to spawn more. Alright, whatever. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and put it on here. We're gonna try and slide it without demolishing everything. Slowly but surely. There we go. Alright, let go of it there. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and strap those down. Yes. Good. Alright, keep going. Can I actually put this on top of those guys? I don't know if I can reach. Oh my goodness, maybe. We might be able to actually slot this on there. No or not. Alright, if I lower this down, we might be able to just grab the bottom one. Lift it, push it forwards. Yeah, I can't get any closer, and I'm not actually entirely sure why, but there you go. It's on. Good. Nicely done, there we go. We've actually got... Oh, another one just spawned. But no, we've got them all stacked up quite nicely there, so they can all get sold very soon. I do think we need to upgrade our truck and possibly trailer, so we have a lorry, or a, you know, a big semi-truck for you American guys out there. Yeah, I don't know. I think that is the next step, maybe. So, let's go ahead and take our truck and trailer down to the store and, well, sell this stuff. Buy a truck, buy a trailer, and bring it back home. Hopefully, it'll fit down our driveway. And it is, bam, sold, $150,000. That is insane. So, we're going to go straight to trucks, and we're going to figure out what we want. So, I'm thinking a roll-on, roll-off would actually be really cool. But, we're not going to go for that. We're going to go for... I kind of want this Mac, but I don't really like it that much. Maybe this. Maybe we actually go for an actual Volvo. What about this Mac? You know what? Let's go for this Mac. Why not? It is a bit big, actually. You know what? No. Let's go for a European. Here we go. We're going to go for this Volvo. We'll go ahead and buy it just as is. Yes, 150,000. That's crazy, but sure. And then we need to get ourselves a trailer for it. So low loader is probably what we want. And I don't know which one we do want, actually. Oh. Well, it would sort of be this guy, but I feel like that's a little bit expensive. 55,000. Oh. I don't know. Well, we don't have 55,000, so that's a problem. That is a big old problem. Okay, let's go ahead and sell our truck then, and our trailer, which is, crazy news, but that's what we're gonna do. And that should be fine. So, where is it? There we go. Sell this for 28,000. There we go. And the trailer, which is... I must have gone over it already. Where is it? This one. There we go. So we're gonna sell the tip deck trailer as well. Holy moly. Okay. Right, where's the lorry then? Oh, beautiful. Big old Volvo. What's for sale, actually? I should have probably checked this earlier, but never mind. Okay, so we're going to go for... I think I want to go for a low loader over a flatbed. So we are actually going to go for this guy. Yeah, we are. That's quite big, though. I feel like that might actually be too long. Is there a way to make it skinnier or shorter? I don't think so. I think it just is going to be huge, isn't it? Oh, boy. Yeah, that's really long. Well, it is what it is. Not enough money. I don't have enough money for it. 49,000 is what we're up to. Well, we're going to have to go for this one then instead. Which is smaller, but still probably going to be fine. Okay, good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn this around at our shop, but... I guess we'll see. Alright, it's on. It is behind me, as you can see. And we're going to drive it straight home. This doesn't feel like it's on correctly, though. I'm not going to lie, it looks weird. But it is what it is. I do wish there was a little bit of a way of crossing the train track here that wasn't jumping, but we do actually have to jump over it. Every time. Oh boy! Straight across there! Yeah, I knew that was going to be a bit of a pain, but it's fine. Do we fit down our own driveway, is the question. Here we go. We're driving straight down. Okay, we gotta stay very close to the right-hand side to begin with. Then the left-hand side to keep our trailer in the middle. Okay, we're good. We've made it around this bit. Excellent. And then this is the bit where I was thinking might be a bit... Oh, I've hit the lamppost. This is a very long trailer. Especially for bringing into a forest. I might have to make this field smaller. Yeah, but once we get it to here, to be honest, it'll be fine. Because, well, we can just reverse it down there. I can't see. Yeah, we can reverse it down there and that will be fine. Alright, so just start reversing. Here we go. Bring it to the side. Excellent. Pull it round. And just reverse it backwards. That is great. Yeah. Alright, good. We got it home. We have 365 days to turn this forest into a farm. So far, we have done an excellent job because we have 3 fields. We got this one right here. We got this one right here, and this one right here. We also have a bunch of equipment as well that allowed us to do this, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, 3 fields does not make a full farm, so we need to figure out where we can put our next field and get chopping. Okay, so I've jumped in the Ford, so let's go ahead and find out where we can chop down some more trees. I actually think we need to head, sort of, if we turn right, and we start chopping down these trees right here, it might be a good idea to just start going this way. Yeah, I think it is. So I'm going to start chopping down these trees into this field. We can then pick them up, put them in our thingamabobby over there, and make some more planks and stuff. So, if you guys didn't see the previous video, this thing was actually just a forest. There were a few little clearings, and that is where I've put the fields. But yes, it was mainly just a really big forest. And, I don't know, I thought it was an interesting idea to maybe turn that forest into a farm. Anyway, let's go ahead and move this tree out of the way as well. There we go. We can maybe continue this way now. I am going to chop down this tree, and that tree, and just continue around. I believe if we go through the forest over here, there's sort of a less dense forest on this side. I could be wrong, but I think that's true. Yeah, like there seems to be less trees, or less leaves at least over here. I don't know, is it still just as dense? It sort of seems to be just as dense. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to make a path, and we're going to make a new field today. Alright, chop down, there we go. So, what I'm going to do right now is get in my Ford, here it is, and we're going to try and drag some trees over to the, I was going to say the sell point, it's not really a sell point. So, let's go ahead and attach this on, hopefully that is strapped. It looks like it isn't. There we go, I think we got it this time. We're going to drag this back straight into the processing plant. Wait, we can actually just lift this tree up? I didn't think this tractor was that heavy, but apparently it is. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and dump this straight away in here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and get some more trees, drop them off, and then I need to head to the store because I believe there's something that I want there. Oh my goodness, this Ford is crazy. It is just like manhandling these things. That's insane. Yeah, look, we just got a whole tree here. I don't know how much this tree weighs, but holy balls, this is crazy. Alright, get that dropped off. There we go. And then I guess there's only like one more actual main tree there that we need to get. Oh my, okay, so this is actually the biggest tree that I think we will even be able to move. In terms of like, I haven't seen any bigger trees on this map. So it just deals with it. That is amazing. Look at us go. Reverse. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, get this one dropped off. And then we need to head to the store in our truck. However, we need to load up possibly that tractor over there first. Actually, the quad bike. We'll take the quad bike. And these wooden beams right here. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, what are you going to be buying? And I don't know if it's a good idea. I kind of feel like it's somewhat a bad idea. But we're going to give it a go anyway. So, what I need to do before we go to the store is... Oh, wait, actually. I was going to take the quad bike, and I was going to take this, because I need to sell both. But actually, we can't do that, can we? We found out last time we can't actually sell things at the store. So, we need to find our vehicle in the list, and we need to sell it that way. Alright, here it is. So, sell? Yes. Okay, very good. And then we need to sell the quad bike as well. There it is. Sell? Yes. Although the quad bike could have been useful for some things, I don't want it. Okay, right, we're gonna go ahead and sell these 5 little pallets right here. My farm really isn't built for lorries, I'm not gonna lie, or for big trucks. Look at how tight we have to, like, drive here. What we should have done is maybe bought a slightly shorter trailer, but we are still able to actually get out of here, so I guess it's fine. Alright, here we go. So, pull in to here. I wish it was easier to get to, but there you go. Sell all of those. 44,257. Okay, we now have $75,000. I have an idea of something that I want, but we're gonna have to drive a tractor over here to get it. Okay, so let's reverse this back really quickly because we're gonna be taking the Ford over to the store. I am gonna drop off the weight off the back because we need the rear hitch. There we go, and obviously we need the front hitch, or the front too, but I kind of don't want to take the front loader with me. So we're just going to go ahead and drive this over with neither of those. And we'll get the thing we need. Okay, we're at the garage because this thing needs modifying a little bit to do the thing that I want it to do. And let's be completely honest here, I don't know if it'll be able to do the thing that I want it to do at all. But here we go, we got ourselves a front hydraulic. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Customize, yes. And then let's go ahead and purchase the thing that we need to purchase next. Alright, so we've got trees, which means we've sort of got a tree problem, which means we need to get rid of the trees. How are we going to do that? Well, mulchers, question mark? This thing right here, devour trees, which is a mod, and I think we'll be able to use it. So, capacity 50,000, I don't think it needs a capacity, but I think I need that chute. So, I'm just going to go ahead and have the capacity on there. Real or unreal? We're gonna go with real, and this thing is gonna be New Holland blue? I don't know, do we have a Ford blue? We don't really, so let's go with this. There we go. Let's go ahead and buy it for 50,000, and then we need to get ourselves a trailer for that to fire into. So, let's go up here somewhere. Where is it? Tippers? That's what we need. Trailers, there we go. I guess we need a relatively big one. This is the one that I like to go for, and actually we can afford it, so let's go ahead and buy this class trailer with the extension. Yes. Alright, buy it. Not enough money. Wait, what? 20,000? Oh, because with the extension we can't afford it. Oof. Alright, if we get any other ones that we could maybe buy instead? I mean, we do have a bunch of trailers we could obviously use. I think we go with this one, but without the extension. And then whenever we can afford the extension, we go ahead and buy it. But yes, let's go ahead and buy it for now. 17,500. That leaves me with pretty much no money, which is interesting. And let's go. So, this is what it currently looks like. It is much bigger than I expected. Oh boy, okay. I don't know how we turn this thing around. Is there a way for me to do that, actually? Pipe out is O. Alright, does it go sideways or backwards? Backwards, yes! Okay. And then we attach this on. We attach that on as well. Pipe in. Tip side back. Lower wood chipper is V. Alright, well, we'll see. Uh-oh. I think I've pressed H. I do this quite often. Yeah, let's hope that this works, shall we? Because it does need 150 horsepower, and I don't think we have that. But I guess we'll work it out when we get there. After spending all of that money, I really, really hope this works, but it should allow me to drive around and essentially create my own fields and my own clearings in the forest. Obviously, we're not going to get logs from it, but what we are going to get is wood chips, and we can sell the wood chips. I don't know if there's a process that we can do as well. Maybe we can actually process the wood chips into something. I actually don't know, but yeah, let's go around here. And we'll try it, first of all, on this guy. So, lower it down, turn it on, ram it in. I don't know if this is going to work. Please say it works. Drive it straight into it. Here we go. Yes. And it's gone. But I don't believe it fired anything out. Which isn't the best. Alright, let's go ahead and ram this one. I don't know if it's actually properly working. Is it? Like, this doesn't appear to even be oh. There we go. Alright, it's slowly but surely. It might be doing something. Oh, yes. It actually fired some stuff out. Excellent. It is finding it very hard to do it, though, I think. Maybe we do actually need full-on big trees. Okay, let's ignore all these tiny ones, then. We're gonna go straight for this. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Is that gonna work? Oh, it just chops the tree down? Alright, and then do we eat the trees? I don't know how this works. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. My trailer's full. Is that how much wood chips you normally get from a tree? I have no idea. we're selling wood chips. We're gonna sell it straight away. I just want to see how much one tree gives us. And, one tree gives us too much. One tree gives us far too much money. Oh my goodness, we're at 20,000. Yeah, 20,000 for one tree is too much. Way too much. Right, well, we can't do that. We really just, no, that's not allowed. This happens sometimes. I feel like we shouldn't just get loads and loads of money from it. We shouldn't. So, we're selling this thing for 42,000. Yes, we made a loss, but that's okay, because it sort of means that tree cost us, give us 10,000 instead. Alright, that's fine. We are going to keep the trailer, because I feel like that does actually make sense. But I don't know. We need to do something else. What if we actually got a wood chipper? I don't know if a wood chipper... That doesn't look like it's going to be able to fire into my trailer. I'm just saying. That doesn't look like it's going to be able to fire upwards. What about this thing? This looks interesting. So it goes on the back of a tractor, you feed the things in, and then it puts it in a trailer? I don't really know. Could be cool, though. Oh boy, I didn't realize it had got to nighttime, so we're gonna go to sleep until tomorrow, and then in the morning, I think we're gonna be stacking a bunch of the planks onto the trailer because we have a lot to go. We then need to figure out how we're gonna go ahead and get rid of a bunch of stuff, so that is the thing we'll do next. But yeah, you can see there is a lot of, well, they're not planks, are they? They're beams. There's a lot of beams right there that we need to move. Where is our tractor? Well, here it is. We are going to keep this trailer. I think it is somewhat useful to keep. But I really want to get some sort of like mulcher, sort of thing that we just had. I think it'd be awesome, but there's just... we can't. We can't have it. We can't have that one. Although it would be really cool if we did. Yeah. But if we go to mulchers, it's just not right. It's just not right. What about this? Is there anything in here? That's the same thing, isn't it? No. No, no, no. There's gotta be something else, right? What about one of these? Tree be gone. So this actually just removes the trees. I don't really think that's what I want to do. So we can't really do that either. What I am gonna need though is something that takes out the bushes. Something that takes out the stumps. So I might actually have to buy one of these again. Ah, no, I don't want to do that. It's probably not worth doing this, but I kind of want to do it anyway. So we're going to purchase this for 25,000. Yikes, that is literally the thing that we just had, but it's not got the pipe on it, and it doesn't have any capacity. So what we could do is use this to just take out the stumps, and that is what we're actually going to use it for. Maybe. I don't know, it's a bit big, it feels weird. If I press O, does it actually... I don't know, it has pipe out options. I'm really confused. Alright, let's give this a go. So we're gonna lower it down, we're gonna turn it on, and we're gonna ram it into a tree. It got rid of the tree, as you can see. And it got rid of the stump. But it didn't drop anything. It didn't drop anything out, so if I press O... yeah, alright, so we're just gonna use this to get rid of the stumps then. That's okay. I think I'm okay with that. That does mean, however, I don't need to be towing this trailer around with me literally everywhere, so let's go ahead and take this over here somewhere. We'll dump it off, and then we will figure out what we're doing in a second. Beep, 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 beep. Beep. Okay, right, we're gonna reverse into here because we need to grab this guy. There we go. We need to drive forward slightly, and we need to... This thing doesn't have the right hitbox. It's really weird. Anyway, we need to drive into here, and we need to grab this as well. Wait, can I actually not? Oh, you have to really ram it in there. Alright, there we go. So we got the weight on the back, we got the front loader on the front, and we're gonna go for a journey through the trees. Because we need another field. Alright, so the idea is we actually get out our chainsaw and we chop down a few trees. This will allow us to get to where we need to get to, which is what we need. So we'll chop that down. We are in a bit of a dense forest bit here, but that's fine. And essentially, I'm just going to start chopping down a bunch of trees. We're going to then place down something that allows me to change them into other things. So what I mean by that is we're actually going to put down another processing plant in here somewhere, because then we can actually just chop them all down into it, which I think is fine. I think that's actually probably a good way of doing things. So I'm going to keep chopping these down, and then we'll get one of those things and we'll see where we can put it. Alright, 10,500s, we're going to shove it right here. There we go. So, it looks like it's probably got rid of some of them already. We are going to have to chop down a few more of them to obviously get them in here. So chop this down, there we go. And I'm going to start chopping down trees right here into this. And there's actually some really big ones, so this is going to be pretty good for us. As long as we keep chopping them down, this will be okay. Alright, choppy choppy, dump it into there. Very nice, and keep it going. We're just going to keep chopping them down. These are some big trees as well, this is crazy. Also, I don't think we're going to be making beams here. I think I actually want to make planks or something like that. I think it'd be cool to make different things in different places. So let's go with planks long instead. Activate. There we go. It's doing it. Alright, I'm having to use the tractor to actually pull these ones that I've already chopped into the cell zone, which is fine. So as long as I can actually attach it on, that would be great. Here we go. So L. Alright, reverse it backwards and get it into the cell point as well. There we go. Alright, good. We are going to have to bring that thing in here very soon to get rid of all these stumps. They're everywhere. They are literally everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and chop down all of these trees on this side straight into here. Okay, I don't know where I actually left the thing, so I need to drive out of here. I need to go get the thingamabobby. There it is just there, and we need to drive back over and get rid of all the stumps. There's literally so many stumps, it's crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and attach onto this guy. It's so big, actually. This thing is huge. And yeah, we just need to get rid of all the stumpies, which is okay, I think. I don't believe I left any, Did I leave any wood chips on the ground when I did it? I don't think I did. Anyway, we have to drive through these trees in order to get to it. And then once we're there, we can go ahead and lower it down. Turn it on. And, whoa. Cut through the thingamabobbies. Alright, lift it up. Bring it back. Lower it down. Excellent. Yes. Alright. We gotta do that for all of these guys. And it is gonna be faster than that previous thing that we had. It just is. So as long as I lift it up, put it down on top of it, it gets rid of it. There's so many, actually. This is crazy. Alright, hopefully it gets rid of that one straight away. Yep, there we go. And then this one I left tall on purpose so that I could see it. And I do think I should do that for most of them, because otherwise trying to see it in the grass is just a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, look at that. We've got rid of a lot of the trees out here, which is lovely. I need to get rid of these stumps right here. Is that a stump? Oh, what is this? Yeah, there's a stump right there. We need to get rid of that stump, this stump, and I actually need to get rid of maybe like this tree, that tree, that tree, that tree, and that tree, just so that we can get around the back to grab the planks once they're ready. So let's just go ahead and start cutting these ones down into the cell zone. And we'll do that over and over and over again. So there's one. There it goes. Timber. Two. Here we go. Timber. Yeah, there we go. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, cool. So this one, the one in front of us, and then the one in front of that. There we go. Whoop. And this one. Come on. Here we go. Yes. And then this one right here. This one's going to be a bit annoying because I'm going to have to lift it up myself, but it is what it is. Alright, there we go. Chop it down. Grab it. Chuck it in there. Excellent. Alright, cool. So, now we jump in the tractor. We go ahead and turn it on. We lower it down. And we get chopping. Okay. I mean, it does work, this. If I wanted to, I could actually chop down trees with it as well. But obviously I won't get any of the wood if I do that. So maybe we don't want to do that, but I don't really know. Is there a stump in front of me? I think I just drove into... Oh yeah, there's a stop. I'm literally riding over it. Alright, bring this back. Come up. There we go. Excellent. So yeah, we're just going to drive around. We're going to clear all the stumps. And then I think I might actually start plowing a field. This field needs plowing. Alright, get rid of this one. Excellent. I think I want more trees down though, so I'm probably going to clear out more of that area over there. And possibly this area over here as well. I want more clearing. Alright, so, I've done some clearing behind. What I want to do now, really quickly, is actually go to the store. Yes. We want to go to this, we want to go to construction, and we want to go to paint. Pretty much, yeah. We're going to grab some gravel, and we're going to do some graveling. Yes, we are, because the road is going to go this way. I actually kind of like the idea of it going this way instead. Yep, there we go. We'll have it come through here, go through this little bit right here. Yeah, I don't know. I can't quite see where it should go from there. Oh, through here. There we go, so grab this, through there. We're going to fill in this area, pretty much. There we go, and that area right there. And a little bit behind. Yeah, we might as well just sort of fill in this area so that we can, A, get a truck in, because a truck is going to have to come in here. Because that's what we're going to fill up, and B, just have a little bit of room for some stuff. So there we go. So hopefully the truck can drive in, round, and back out of this exit right here. It might be able to do it, it might not be able to do it, I don't know. Okay, it's time to give it a go. So we come driving in this way, obviously. There we go. We go hard left so that we can make this right. Oh, our trailer's just too long. Our trailer is just so long. We are making it round, but literally only just. There we go. We got to move our tractor out of the way in order to actually get past. Let me just reverse this way, and I can hide just over here. There we go. Alright, reverse that back there. Excellent. We're then going to jump through, back into the truck, and hopefully back out. Yeah, I mean, it allows it to work. We can make it all the way around. So I guess that's okay. Well, there's not actually enough long planks here just yet, so let's go ahead and jump back into the lorry, into the truck. We're going to drive back over to our other bit of the farm, and, well, we're going to load up the beams, because there are a lot of beams. I would go the right way, but obviously there's stuff in the way. I've left a bunch of things in the way. Anyway, we're just going to go ahead and park the truck right here, and we're going to load it up. In fact, actually, if I reverse it backwards, we'll load up the front first, and then we'll load it behind that afterwards. Alright, first load is these three right here. As long as I can balance that top one on here, we should be good, because I believe that one isn't actually attached. So, yeah, let's go ahead and raise it up. We'll bring it to the front of the lorry. Obviously, I can't actually drive it all the way across. This is as far as I can actually take it, so that's going to go there. Alright, that works. Let's go get some more. Alright, I gotta move these things out of the way. They are just so much in the way, it's unbelievable. But yes, if I just push this guy backwards onto the grass, I need to sell that, actually. we really need to sell that. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and travel straight back through here. And, yeah, we need to load the planks onto the trailer as well. And then we can get it sold, I guess. Is there 3 planks here? I think there is. Yeah, this would do really well, actually. We also need to move the Devourer thingamabobby out the way, so we'll do that too. But, yeah, let's go ahead and reverse back here. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. And we're going to attach straight onto this, lift it up, and we'll bring the trailer over, and we'll drop it on there straight away. So, angle it. There we go. Line her up. That's it. There we go. All right, bring the truck over, please. Of course, I am the one that needs to bring the truck over, so that's kind of annoying. But, we need a way of turning the truck around, don't we? We really do, because I can't be driving on this field to my left all the time. I can't do that. So, yeah, we need a way of turning it around that doesn't involve crashing into everything. Because, right now... Yep, I've crashed into a pole. Alright. I could have just drove over the field to begin with. Let's do it. Yeah, we need a way of... Oh, I've messed myself up now. I need a way of driving this truck around that doesn't involve crashing into everything. You know? Oh, I guess I could have just reversed it all the way down here. I suppose that would have worked out fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's load this on the back, and then we'll travel over, and we'll actually get all of this sold. Possibly tomorrow, though. I don't know if I'll do it today. Alright. Oh, mistakes were made. I need to try and flip that over. Alright. Almost. It's almost over. It's gonna fall off the other side. Ah, no! Alright, dump this on. It doesn't actually have to be in the right place at all this time. That's okay. And then we'll drive around the other side. We'll grab that. We'll put it on. And then we'll go get them sold. Oh, have I not tried this bit yet? I don't know if I can make this bend. Especially with where I've put that light post. Yeah, there's no way I make it around there properly. There's no way! I'm gonna give it a go, but... Yeah, no, I crashed straight into that light post. We're gonna have to add another road in here. We are. Because otherwise, we're just gonna get stuck over and over and over again. Okay, so we're only on 27,000 right now, but as soon as I do this, boop, there we go, 140,000. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, saved it. Saved it. All right, if I reverse this in, we should get those sold too. We're up to $186,000 right now. This is good, because there's a machine that I want to buy. All right, sell, sell, sell. There we go, 44,000 for that. 230,000 overall. We're going to need to sell a little bit more in order to buy the thing that I want. Look how wobbly this thing is when you drive it down the road. Wobble, 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 wobble. Right, what am I doing? Well, I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. We're going to attach onto this machine right here, the winch. And we're going to start winching some things over, because we're too far away from the place right now. So, attach that onto there, and let's go. It's actually so cool. This tractor has been very, very useful to us. Like, really useful. I would say the brakes suck really badly. It's extremely bouncy right now, but it's done a really good job. Okay, so I believe if I attach onto each of these trees, we can drag them back into there, and that's just what we're going to do. Okay, I've managed to attach onto 2 of them at once. That's good. So let's pull it this way. Yeah, I think this is one of the best ways of doing it. I'm accidentally reversing the wrong direction. That's fine. I wasn't looking, that's why. But yeah, I want to go that way into all of those little trees over there. That's really where I want to get to, but I don't know. I feel like chopping down all of those is going to be a pain. Unless we use the machine that I want to buy. I'm buying this. I am buying the Trek 600, and I believe it will chop down trees. It might leave... Oh, I don't know if it gets a pipe out, but it doesn't matter. We're buying it anyway. Yes, $190,000. Oh my goodness. Alright, okay, so... I can't really pick it up with this, because we don't have ramps on the back. Although, I do think maybe we need a smaller one anyway, so let's have a little look in the shop to see if there are any trailers we can maybe use instead. So, low loader trailers is kind of what I want. I don't know what I currently have, but I'm thinking, probably something like this would make sense. Or even that one. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than the ones we're currently using, so yeah, I'll probably buy that. Alright, let's make our way to the store then. We currently have these guys on the back, that's okay. And realistically, I could actually add some more, but I don't need them just yet. So we're going to drive straight to the store just like this. Okay, let's go ahead and drop these. Hold on, there we go. We got 17,700 for that. We're going to go ahead and sell the trailer that we currently have because, well, I want one that actually allows us to load things on. So, sell this for 29,000. We're losing money on this, but that's okay. We'll sell that and we'll buy a new one. Yeah, I'm actually going to purchase this one. It's a little bit smaller. Well, actually, is it? Is it shorter? I don't know. Well, we are going to go ahead and buy it anyway. There we go. And we should be able to load the Trex onto the back of it. And we have arrived. I'm going to assume that this thing on the back will destroy trees. But I'm also going to assume that maybe, just maybe, is it even on? It's not on. There we go. Reverse? There we go. Maybe it won't actually drop the wood chips, and if it doesn't, I might be upset. But if it does, maybe that's good. Alright, so, let's go ahead and turn that thing on. This thing is an absolute beast. We'll try it on a stump first, because I believe that's what it's actually sort of for. Oh, it just deleted it. Oh no, don't say it just deletes them. Oh. I can't tell if there was wood chips from that or not. There better be. I swear, if there's no wood chips and it just devours trees, I just spent... Oh, no! Alright, well, we're not about that wood tree business anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and just drive around like an absolute maniac, and I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of trees, because I want this thing to be a farm. I don't care about the trees. We don't care about trees at all. If we need more trees, we've got plenty, so we're gonna just ruin this whole forest over here, and just chop down as many of them as we can, and we're gonna create... I want to create 2 fields out here. So, chopping down most of these, although it is gonna take time, is what we want to do. Okay, that's a lot of trees gotten rid of, and I've actually gone ahead and gotten rid of some of the stumps that we left over there as well. So, it is getting to about 4 PM in December, so I'm going to go to sleep. I'm just going to get rid of this last tree over here. We are going to leave this machine over here for tomorrow, and we're probably going to get rid of more trees, but yes. Oh, including this one, apparently. There we go. Let's just go ahead and turn this thing off. We'll leave it here for now, and tomorrow we'll come back and do some things. I'm also going to do some plowing tomorrow, too. And good morning! It is now time to take out the Belarusian tractor, or the Belarus tractor, which you guys all told me was the name, and, well, get the little plow thing that we had last time. So, we're going to go ahead and attach straight onto this guy. Yes, and we're going to go plow out the edge of the field. I kind of want it to be 2 fields out there, possibly even 3, so that's what we're going to do, actually. Let's just get it over here first. And let's start plowing real quick. Oh, I didn't get rid of this. There's still some stumps over this side. Alright, it is what it is. Alright, dump it down. Here we go. Lower and drive. Oh, yeah. We're going to go around this edge first. Yep. I'm going to drive it around in a big old circly, squarey, shapey thing. And it's going to look good, I think. Yeah, we're going to have the road obviously continue that way. So let's just... You know what, let's have 2 fields. I'm going to make this field actually quite large though, so let's go around here. I'm also going to put the wee-woo lights on the top, obviously. And we're going to continue around like so. Alright, so we want like a bit of a straight line going through the middle of the 2 fields. So we're going to do this. And then we'll have a road go through the middle. We'll have another field on that side once the Trax has got rid of a bunch of trees. I think that makes a lot of sense to do, possibly. Oh, and would you look at that? That full field is done. These fields are actually, like, very small, but that's okay. What I want to do now is turn this thing on. We're going to put our wee-woo lights on, obviously. And I'm going to drive through a bunch of these trees towards the road. Because, well, I want to be able to actually get to the road without a truck, without having to turn around. So, we're going to go this way. We're going to maybe get rid of this one as well. There we go. Travel through here, and we're obviously going to put a gravel road down so that we can exit. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and take this one out, and then this one, and the one after it, and then we should be at the road. There we are. Come on. As if it's failed on this last one. Please! Get it taken out. There we go. So yeah, we should be able to drive all the way through to the main road now. And there's our previous exit. That's okay, we can have multiple exits to the road from our farm. I'm okay with that. Alright, so, let's go ahead and build that in then. So we gotta go to construction. There it is. We gotta go all the way down. We gotta change it, so we got gravel. There it is, and we gotta make our way through all of these bits, please. Alright, so make this bigger. Maybe up to there, that size. There we go. Travel through there. Okie dokie. Travel all the way through. Round this little bit right here. Round there. I think this is actually a pretty big road, I'm not gonna lie. And then we're gonna send it this way. Yeah, I've made it bigger than normal, but that's okay. There we go. So, yeah, we'll cut the corner. I feel like that makes sense. There we go. And then over here, we're gonna try and attach it onto the road without destroying any of the road. Aha! There we go. Alright, extend it out to the side like we did on the other one. Same with this way. There we go. I'm happy with that. Okay, good. So we got a way in from this way, and a way in from this way, which means we don't actually ever have to turn our truck around, except from this point right here, which I'm going to take out these trees, and we're going to join this together, just in case. Alright, so since I've made the road go this way already, we might as well actually just make this go this way as well. So turn it on so it makes this dig in. There we go. This tractor's pretty decent, by the way. It does actually a really, really good job. However, very soon we're going to be getting rid of it because I want some bigger tractors. Actually, maybe we'll keep this for some field work, and maybe we'll buy a bigger tractor as well. Yeah, it depends how much stuff we can actually get out of our wood supply. But there we go. Attach that onto here like this, and now we just gotta fill it all in. Alright, that'll do. There we go. So this field is actually one of our biggest fields. It might even be the biggest field now, which is cool. Anyway, I wanted 2 fields out here, so I'm going to take out a bunch more trees, and yeah, we'll do it. I think I might actually start trying to grab some trees, though, so instead of using our tracks for most of them, we'll take out the smaller trees with the tracks, but we'll actually use the tractor. We'll tow it all over here, and we'll drop it off over here. I think that makes the most sense, kind of. Anyway, turn that off, there we go, and now let's do that. Oh, you know what, actually? Most of these trees are tiny anyway. Let's just use this to get rid of them. And the ones that we need are these trees that we actually have around our forest, around our farm. So what I think we'll do is we'll take out all of these tiny trees with this thing, we'll then put in more fields, and that'll be good. That will do! There we go. So I've taken out a lot of the smaller trees, and I've left some of the bigger ones so that we can chop them down and take them over there into our facility. Our facility! So let's go ahead and drive around. We'll chop down all of these green ones, and we'll move them with this tractor. Oh, you know what? This isn't actually such a bad idea. So we can just keep driving over. Now that we've obviously plowed out this field, it's easier to get the big trees out of there. So, this is okay. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and keep traveling over here. We're going to keep grabbing them. There we go. And keep taking them over. I think I'll just do it one at a time, though, because anything else might be a little bit too heavy. Also, I don't know if I can even strap 2 of them at the same time anyway. Although we could give it a go. But yeah, let's go ahead and dump that one off. And just keep driving around. We got this. Oh, look at that. We can actually do 2 trees. Amazing. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and drop these guys off. We do still need to get rid of all of those stumps, and then we can make another field out there. I wasn't expecting to do this today. I'm not going to lie, but Oh, whoops, I've accidentally crashed. I crashed my trees into my tractor. Oops-a-daisy. Wait, why is there 4 here? There is 4 of them stacked up. This is, interesting. I never thought they'd get to 4. I thought it was just 3. Anyway, let's go ahead and try and strap at least 2 of these. And then maybe try and get all of them onto the thing, but... Pff, I don't know. Trying to balance 1 on top is normally quite difficult. Trying to balance 2... might be even more difficult, but actually, it seems pretty sturdy. Oh, saying that, I just rammed it into the truck, and that was bad. But if I push this even further to the other side, we can then drop it, and it's all good. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and grab another set, shove it on this side, and then we're going to load up the other stacks as well. Here we go. So this is the last stack that needs to go on there. I've got a lot of stacks already on there, which is crazy. And we can just dump this on here in the center-ish. Boop. There we go. Alright, nice. What I want to do now is actually travel over to our other setup and see how many beams we have, because we might have to load the beams on now too. There's a lot more. Look at this. There is so many here. So now we need to try and drive our lorry, our big truck, over there. So I'm actually just going to reverse it all the way there. Alright. It might take some doing, but we'll see. Alright, beep, beep, beep. We're good, we're good. I couldn't see that it was turning. We're good though. Yep, keep it on the road. Keep it on the road. Maybe I should have made this road a little bit more straight. Why have I put a kink in it? Who knows? Who knows why I did that? Alright, here we go. Now turn it the other way. A lot more harshly. Yep. More harshly. We're doing it. Yes. Turn it this way. I want to park it sort of on the grass anyway, so we'll leave it sort of here. And that is a very good place for it. Very nice. Alright, let's load these stacks on here. I feel like we are getting too much wood, by the way. I think we are. I don't want to ram into that by accident, so let's move it sideways a bit. Okay, drive it on. Drive it on a bit, drive it on a bit, drive it on a bit. Yes. Alright, that'll do. Get rid of that. And now we need to go get another stack and another stack and another stack. There's so many. That right there is a lot of woods. We got 20,000 wood beams and 21,000 planks, which is very interesting. It's not actually 20,000 planks. It's not actually 20,000 beams, but it's apparently 20,000 liters. Anyway, this is going to be a lot of money. This is going to be a lot of money, and that's really good. It does mean that it does sort of subsidize the fact that we have got rid of a bunch of our trees into thin air. We literally got nothing for them, but this is fine. Let's go ahead and sell these. Beep, 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 beep. I wish the sell point on this map was a little bit easier, but there we go. Bosh! Okay, that is 194,000 plus 52,000. Plus all of these guys that have just fallen off right here. So I need to quickly get these into the sell point to sell them. Here we go. Driving forwards and boop, there we go. Another 52,000. We're up to 300,000 again. That's crazy. I'm sleeping through the night. That was so much money that, yeah, we just need to sleep. We need to sleep that off. Okay. It's actually finally getting snowy. Interesting. Okay, it's kind of weird that we haven't planted anything yet, and I agree with that, but I kind of want to plant things once we've got all of the fields somewhat sorted out. Maybe. Anyway, what I want to do today is actually jump straight into this, and I want to get some plowing done. I think. Actually, I don't know, because I can't see where the old field is. Alright, we're going to do it anyway. I also can't see where the road is. Yeah, no, that actually becomes a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Alright, well, let's just start driving around and getting some of it down, because we can. So, I'll try and get at least a little bit of it plowed out. Also, this field is going to be a bit of a weird one, because I want a tree to actually be in the center of it. Not these trees. I will actually get rid of some of these trees. No, maybe just this tree. I'll get rid of this tree. We're going to go around this way. We'll leave that tree in. We're going to have a little bit around here. Here we go. Yep. And then we're going to head back down towards where the road is. Although, I don't know where the road actually is, and that's a problem. But yeah, we'll just keep it going round. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of a dent into here as well. I think that'd be pretty nice. There we go. And then we'll bring it back around, and around that tree, and then back together. I think that's fine. I'm pretty sure that'll be fine. Yeah, zoom it this way, connect it onto that piece, and that's good. Whoops, I might have accidentally chopped down the tree, guys. Sorry. It was gonna stay, but not anymore, apparently. Let's get rid of this one as well, because I did want to get rid of this one originally. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, I'm now going to actually take this out of here and park it up for a sec. There is so much out here in terms of snow, it is crazy, but we're jumping back in the truck because I've got something exciting that we're able to purchase. Let's get to the store and I'll show you guys what it is. Uh-oh. Alright, there it is. So, we're going to be purchasing this guy right here. This is a Komatsu 951, and it is an actual forestry machine, which is amazing. So, let's go ahead and purchase this for 192,733 and take it back to the farm. Let's go. It is behind me, so let's go ahead and load it up. Oh, this is going to be sick. Not gonna lie, I haven't really messed with these an awful lot in this game, so we'll have to try and get used to it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, what this means is we can actually like chop up the logs in a way that allows us to transport them a little bit easier. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and chuck a bunch of logs around, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I need to get used to its controls though, I actually forget. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and leave that there. Jump back into the lorry. Alright, strap it down. And let's go. I don't know if I've strapped it down correctly because it's falling off. It's literally falling off my trailer right now. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and lower down the ramps. There we go. We're going to unstrap it and we're going to jump into it. And we're going to literally get to work straight away. Yes, I could reverse it off, but I'm not going to. We're going to try and drive it straight off the front. There we go. And let's go straight for one of these big trees over here. Okay, because I don't know how big, or how these things properly work, we're going to have the controls on the screen. I want it to chop in lengths of about 8 meters. So let's go ahead and do that. Press O to align it, apparently. And then X to cut. Oh, there we go. Alright, and then what do we do? Then what do we do? Alright, let's lift it up so it tips over. Very nice. If I could twist it, that'd be great. How do I twist it? I don't know. I don't know. I've only messed with these like once, so it's weird, but here we go. So it's going to chop it at 8 meters. There we go. Do it again. And there we go, and do it again. There we go. Alright, interesting. Yeah, and then we just do that over and over and over again. We then come through with the tracks and we take out all of the stumps, and that's all good. Yes. Alright, let's lower this down. I'm getting used to it somewhat, but it's going to take some doing, I think. Alright, reverse this back so that I can try and load them all into the same area. That would be amazing. Alright, here we go. As long as they're all somewhat next to each other over here, I'm good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Keep it going. To be honest, I only really want the big ones as well, so we are just going to go ahead and try and get some of the big ones out of this. It just makes the most sense, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and chuck it this way a little bit. Oh, slowly but surely. Right, press X. Oh yeah! Nice. Oh yeah, this is going to work out fine. The thing is, because it is actually winter, I can't see where that field even is. So I'm going to struggle a little bit here, I think. Okay, I've actually drove around a good bit now and chopped down a few trees, but yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. So you drive over to a tree, you actually just press X and that will chop the tree for you. And then if you reverse backwards, yep. We can then turn this sideways if we need to. So if I want it over there, we can just shove it over there. Press X, it'll send it that way, it'll chop it, there we go. send it again, and there we go. Very nice. And then we just do that over and over and over again, and we'll have a nicer stack here than we started with. Whoa, 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 the snow's gone. I don't know when that happened. Anyway, chop this, here we go, reverse backwards. This is actually quite a fun way of doing this. I didn't think it would be. Wait, why is my lorry over... What happened to my truck? It wasn't over there when we dropped it off, was it? I don't think so. Alright, well anyway, let's go ahead and bring this sideways. Press X. Zoom it over. Choppy, choppy. There we go, do another one. Oh yeah. This is so much more organized. Beautiful. Okay, not that I need logs like this, to be honest. I actually sort of don't need any logs like this. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I might do instead. Alright, let's say we want this one. Line her up properly, please. Hold on. There we go. Choppy, choppy. I need to lift it up. That would be good. Alright, there we go. It's chopped it. And then let's say we just want it. So we go drive over here with it. And that's it. We don't need one of those winches anymore because this machine can do it all. Apparently. Here we go. Choppy, choppy. Droppy, droppy. Very nice. And then we just do that over and over and over again. If we need to. But I don't know if that's the right way of going about doing things, to be honest. Like, I could do this one as well. Choppy, choppy. Very nice. Reverse backwards. We can get this one delivered instantly too. Yeah, I don't think we do it this way. I don't. Alright, well anyway, let's just go ahead and bring this over. It's dropped off. Very nice. We've done it. Alright, I think it's time. We spend a little bit of time driving around in circles over here and plowing this field out. Yeah, there's quite a lot of this field that needs plowing. So we'll get the rest of this sorted and then we'll move on to the next thing. And that's it, the field has been plowed. Very nice indeed. One of you guys said in the comments down below that now that I've done a bunch of fields, maybe I need to do some stone picking. And I would say that you are completely correct. So I think that's what we're going to do next. However, we are missing something, so let's jump back into the Trek 600. Drive over to the field. Oh wait, there's one in this field as well. We need to get rid of these stumps. I accidentally left some of the stumps in here. So there was one. And then I believe there's just one in this other field over here that we can get rid of too. I'm loving this, by the way. We've actually turned this forest, it used to be a forest here, into a field. That is amazing. I do think I might change it up a little bit. I might have a road go through that and then have a field over there somewhere. I think that'd be really cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of this one. There we go. And that's good. Okay, so our last deed of today is to load up the truck again, all of these things over here, all of these beams. Then we're going to go ahead and load the truck up with all of the long planks over there. And then I think what I want to do is actually have somewhere we can do the short planks as well. I think that'd be really, really cool. But obviously for now, let's just go ahead and load this up straight onto here and get these guys out of here. Some of the wonkiest placement you'll ever see right there, but it is on. There are a bunch of long planks here as well. I don't think we're really going to be able to put that many on, but let's go ahead and bring the Ford over and start loading some of those as well. We're going to get a decent amount of money from this, and that is amazing. Alright, here we go. So this is the first load. For some reason, one of these actually goes up to 4, and I don't know why. I don't know why it has 4 stands on it, but most of the time it spawns with 3, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, let's just go ahead and keep grabbing these as much as we can. Yep, there we go. Grab that one, lift it, pull it back. We're just going to push the ones on there over to the side a bit. And how many is this? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stacks so far. If it spawns any more, I don't think I'm going to be... It just spawned some more. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to have them, unfortunately. But yeah, let's just go ahead and leave those ones there. Unless I can put them on the back, maybe on top of the ramps, I might be able to do that. But I just don't see it as a good idea. But we'll see. So, there we go. Lift this up. Push it into there. Beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and whack these on. And that'll be good. What I think I might do, by the way, is actually buy quite a big wheel loader in order to do this job. I just think it'll be really, just more useful. And possibly slightly quicker at doing the job as well. The brakes on this aren't the best. And there's a lot of things that make it a bit wonky. But other than that, we're sort of good. Alright, well, one more to put on there, so let's go ahead and grab it. Here we go. So these 3 right here. Grab it, yes. Alright, lift it up. And let's go ahead and put them on the other side. We have one more slot remaining for them, so hopefully I can take it round and whack it in there. Oh, it's a bit bumpy. Bit bumpy. Ooh. We're good though, it is working. Alright, lift it up and chuck it in. There we go. Alright, that's fully loaded. Let's get out of here. Alright, here we go. Reverse it in and get it sold, please. We're going to get a decent amount from this. Alright, there we go. It sold some, it sold some more, it sold some more, and... Oh, I didn't quite make it. Oh, there we go. If only those ones had stayed on. We have to push them in now. Which is a bit annoying. We're up to $400,000. That is crazy. Alright, just reverse into this and it should, in theory, sell them both. Hey, nice. Alright, we've parked up the tractors for today, and we're gonna go to sleep. I know it seems a bit weird to do that, but it is sleepy time. In the morning, we're gonna be buying a tractor, and we're gonna be buying a stone picker. So, let's go ahead and go to sleep, and work those two things out. Good morning! Do we have any tractors for sale? That is a good question. No, but we do have some combines. That's kind of interesting. We're not going to buy either of those because I don't want them. Anyway, tractors, small tractors. We're going to purchase a small tractor today. And I actually think I do want one of these Volvos. I don't know, I always wanted a Volvo, so let's go ahead and get one. Front weight, can I actually have... No. It is just a front weight. I don't know, I really like these Volvos, so we're going to go ahead and buy them. I'll buy one. There we go, $54,000 for a tractor with 140 horsepower. I mean, that's not terrible. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead and get a stone picker as well. I believe we're gonna go with, well, to be honest, this one. We don't quite have enough horsepower. Let's just buy the default one that's in the game. There we go. Buy it, yes, and let's go ahead and grab it with the Volvo. Oh, I'm so happy I got this, and I don't really know why. I just really like it. So we're gonna go ahead and attach onto this. There we go. I kind of should buy like a planter or something as well, to be honest, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go ahead and put the tractor on the trailer. We're gonna drive back. Oh, I should buy one. I don't know, I'm in two minds. We're gonna go ahead and drive the tractor back. And can I drive further up? Maybe if I'd have continued driving, but never mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and tie this down. And off we go. Yeah, we're gonna get this tractor, the Volvo, driving around in the field, picking up all the stones. That's all I want it to do. Yeah. Okay, so since we're pretty much gonna go with every field anyway, let's just go ahead and lower it down here, the ramps, that is. We're going to jump through all the new tractors to get to this one. We're going to start the engine, we'll reverse it off the back, and we'll get it working literally instantly. Is this going to be my first worker? I think it is. We've gone through a few months already, and this is my first worker. Insane. Alright, well anyway, let's just go ahead and put these down. I'll hire a dude, and off he goes, I guess. Yeah. I can almost guarantee he's going to have some issues with this field. He's just going to crash into a fence or something. I can see it happening already. I wanted it to be kind of cool by making it wavy or whatever, but I feel like it just makes it worse for the AI. Unless he's going to dodge it, which it seems like he is. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. I'm happy with that. Look at our farm from above. This is cool. So I kind of want to go into here a little bit. I think that would be awesome. Having a way to turn the truck around in here would be pretty cool too. So I think we need to head this way. I also want more storage for our equipment. And I also need to move some of our equipment, like these guys, back over there as well. So we're going to do that today. I'm also going to go through here. We're going to go to gravel, and I am actually going to have a little bit of a path through here. Yeah. Don't know where this is going to go just yet, but we've got a path through there now. So if we wanted a field over here, we totally could. And if we wanted a field over here, again, we totally could. And maybe we actually do a field in there as well. But I can't do all of that today, obviously. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this into the shed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and park this in here because, well, we got it for a reason. So we're going to go ahead and park it in here. If you're wondering what I've just dropped off, it is the towing winch thingamabobby. And I brought this little trailer over too. I don't think this will even fit over there, but we're going to drive this back that way as well. Because we can. In fact, actually, no. We'll leave this over here so that if we do need to, we can use it again. We'll just drop it right here. That seems to make sense, I feel. Awesome. Okay, is there anything that I actually want to plant today? The answer is no, actually. The answer is very much no. Unless we go with sunflowers. No, I think I want my first thing that I plant to actually be corn. So, that will have to happen next time. Alright, well, I know I only just parked this up, but we're gonna need it. So, let's get out of here. And we're going to drive over to the house, because I'm going to start chopping down some trees over there. And that's going to be a good thing for us, actually, because it allows us into the area. Wait, actually, no. That area's not mine, is it? I don't think it is. Farmland. Let's have a little look. So our house is here. I was going to go into this land right here, but we can't. So we're going to have to go this way. Interesting. Which is off to my right. Well, I could go this way then, I guess. So let's just start chopping down these trees. It's pretty bizarre, but let's do it. Press B. Press X. No, wait, hang on. Turn it around. Press X. There we go. And then if I just chuck it over to the side, we can just start leaving them here, I guess. There we go. 8-meter intervals. Very nice. Keep it chopping. And there we go. We are slowly but surely doing it. Very nice indeed. Alright, let's go get another one. This one right in front of us, we might as well grab. Come on. There we go. Chop it, chop it. If I can. I think I can. We're pretty much in the right place. There we go, we got it. Let's reverse this back, and... Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no. Oh no! I didn't cut it low enough. Alright, well after a little bit of wiggly waggling, we got it in the right area, so we're good. There we go. Dump that right there. Let's get another one. And then we'll get another one as well. Oh yeah. We're actually putting logs in piles. This is very unusual for me. Like, extremely unusual for me. But I think we do want to go around the side of this field. And this has got to be the way we do it, I think. Alright, chop it down. There we go. We've chopped it, we've grabbed it, we reverse backwards. It should fold into a nice area. And then we... There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, indeed. Nice. I don't know how many trees this is so far, but... Uh-oh, I've accidentally pushed one. That's fine. Alright, let's send it to the next tree. Yep. I think the ones with green on, by the way, I don't want to just delete, because I think these guys are actually worth a lot of money. So we're going to keep reversing them out, chopping them down with this device, and that should be really good, to be honest. Alright, let's get it into the nicest location we possibly can, which is around here somewhere. Drive it forwards, press X. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, very nice. And very nice indeed. Yeah. I think I might actually buy this as well. I mean, I know it's a bit big. In fact, it is. It's too big for the farm. I actually think our truck is too big for the farm. So what I'm gonna do, weirdly, is I'm gonna sell the trailer we have, as long as I can buy a different one. I'd like to buy a trailer that is very similar to this one, but shorter. If possible. Is this longer or I don't even know. I don't know. What about this one? This one seems pretty short, but it also looks kind of ugly. So I kind of don't want... Oh, yeah. Ugh. No, I don't want this. Design 2. What is that? I don't know what the difference in design is. Oh, it gets an extra set of ramps. I definitely don't want this. Whatever this is. Oh, we're going to leave that one. Ooh, Worker G has finished their mission. We didn't really get very many stones from this, but that's okay. Let's move on to the next field and get that one done as well. Alright, all that we have to do to get to the next field is drive straight across here. And we are already at the next field. Very nice. I can't wait until I start planting corn, by the way. This is going to be great. Surviving 365 days in Farming Simulator in a forest with $0. Yes, we're at the point now where we have more than $0 because we own this thing right here. It's pretty crazy that we do, but we totally do. We also own a Volvo truck, we own a trailer, we have some processing plants, some tractors, our house. Our house needs updating, doesn't it? That thing over there is tiny. So, today, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go ahead and clear some land, and we're going to build ourselves a nicer house than that one. Let's get to it. You know, I actually think a house around this little area right here would be really nice. We started clearing it out last time, but I think we should actually clear it out a little bit more. Build our house right here, go behind the house, and build ourselves a field. That would be awesome. Anyway, drive up to this. Go ahead and press X. I believe. Hold on. Press X to chop it. Yes! And then I think we can probably swing it sideways. Reverse backwards and put it on the pile. Oh, it's fell. It's fallen straight between two trees. That's a bit annoying. That's really annoying. Alright. Reverse it out. There we go. We're doing it. Sort of. Yeah! Also, today, I do probably want to actually plant something. So, we're going to buy a planter one of our tractors, and we're going to plant up some of our fields. Oh, that tree right there is too big. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and reverse out of there then. And I think I'll chop these 3 that are right in front of me by hand. Alright, here we go. Chopping tree number 1. Yes! Slowly but surely. Come on. Get it out of here. There we go. Very nice. Then we're going to go ahead and chop number 2. I'm actually chopping these down into the field. And we'll tow them over to our place with the tractor. Yeah, that makes the most sense, I think. There we go. Nice. And fell the last one into the field as well. And then I think we'll bring our tracks over and get rid of a bunch of these stumps. Oh yeah, excellent. Okay, right, so let's go ahead and find a tractor to use. Probably the Ford, I'm not gonna lie. Seems to make the most sense. And let's drive over there, and I guess we can actually just pick up the trees and drop them off over here. These are some big trees. These are actually huge trees. Oh my goodness. Okay, for some reason I didn't think it was this big. But look at it. That's huge! That's actually huge. Alright, drop that one off. Let's go get the other 2. Here we go, the Trex is ready to go. Somebody did say that these have internal hoppers, but I think it's actually different mods of the same thing that does have the internal hopper. This one just destroys the trees, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and head over to where all of the stumps are. We are going to go ahead and turn this thing on. Look at that, that is scary looking. And we're going to take out the stumps. Where have all the logs... What? What? Okay, well, something has happened to my logs. They've all been taken away. That's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and just keep driving around. Like this. Take out all of the stumpies. And, yeah, that'll be fine. Here we go. Take out this one. Very nice. Destroy it. Come on. There we go. Yes. And this one as well. Please. Come up. Yep, okay. There can't be too many more, I don't think. So there's this one right here. Let's get rid of that. There we go. And then we'll get rid of these 2 over here. Is that it? I think that might be all of the stumps. Possibly. Alright, there we go. Very nice. This one right here. Come on. Get rid of it. There we go. And I'm actually just going to take out this little tree because I can. There we go. Alright, good. Let's see if we can fit a nice house in this location. I think we can. I think I'm going to go with this one. I wasn't originally going to go with this one, but yeah, we're going to go with it. I think it fits in the trees, sort of, so we're just going to go ahead and chuck it in there sort of like this. There we go. And then we'll build up the ground around it, and it should look nice. Let me go ahead and decorate this real quick. And we'll see what we can come up with. I do think I should flatten out the land a bit, though, around it. So let's just randomly do this. About, there we go. Alright, very nice. We are spending money doing this, but that's okay. And then, I guess, we're just going to go with gravel again. We've went with gravel everywhere, so we might as well go with gravel over here, too. We'll go around here. We'll zoom it out to the road. And there we go. Alright. We'll also have like a little bit of a parking space out the side. So I think that makes sense too. Alright, yeah. That's good. That is very good indeed. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the Trex really quickly. Get rid of that stump right there. And then once we got rid of that, I think we can get rid of our old house. Or should we keep it over there? Maybe we can have that for our workers. Oh yeah. Alright, okay. I'm actually sort of happy with that. That totally works. Okay, wood transport trailers. Can I get an automatic loading wood transport trailer? This one right here. The vehicle can be used to transport logs. And yeah, I think this is an auto-loading thing. So I might just go with it. Let's just try it out. It's only 29,000. Let's pick it up with the truck. And we'll see if it works. Alright, I got it. I don't actually think this is an auto-loading truck. I think we can actually unload sort of automatically, but not load automatically. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and make our way back to the farm, and we might need to get a wheel loader to load logs onto this. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, never mind. They're all getting loaded on if I reverse over them. Okay, I didn't expect it to work this way, but you know what? I'm okay with it. Sure. Let's go ahead and get the ones that are on the other side as well, and then we're going to use that machine to chop down more trees. Oh, I have to reverse all the way back. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I expected it to be a little bit more manual than this, but apparently not. Apparently it just loads them on automatically. Also, these are really long logs that are on the back of here. Weird. Very weird. I could use this to drop it off at the production facility thingamabobbies that I've got, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's drive straight over to this pile over here and pick up all of these ones. Oh, I forgot I put a road in here, actually. Alright, here we go. Drive over these. There we go. And then that pile back there needs loading too. To be honest, if we are going to load it like this, I'm going to need a lot more logs. So let's try and fill this trailer up, actually. That'll be fun. Alright, let's drive this way. I'm going to leave it off to the side of the road. Excellent. Boop. And then I'm going to jump into our big truck. I was going to call it a truck. A big forestry machine. We're going to drive this over there, and we're going to chop down more trees. There we go. Turn it around. Let's go. I think I'm going to leave them in bigger piles as well. I was going to say 8 meters, but I think 8 meters might be a bit small. For this trailer, anyway. Ah, look at all of these stumps. I need to bring the Trex over here to get rid of all of those as well. Honestly, I don't like chopping down all these tiny trees. There is got a lot of small trees here, but let's chop down the big ones. And that'll be fine. So here we go. Okay, swing it off to the side. And cut. Yeah. Alright, we'll still do it in lengths of 8. I think that'll be fine. There we go. And that's all good. Alright, keep it going. Keep chopping down the trees. Alright, I need to reverse over these because I need to go this way a little bit. This little tree right here does need chopping down, unfortunately. There we go. We got rid of it completely. That's fine. Let's go ahead and head over to a bigger tree like this one and chop this down as well. Maybe I should have actually put the put my house over here. I think that would have been quite cool. Alright, turn it. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, let's turn it all the way around. Okay, and reverse backwards. And send it. Yeah. Okay, and another one. Choppy choppy. Very good. I don't know if I'd be able to use one of these machines in real life. I don't know. Like, maybe? But it just seems kind of difficult. Anyway, let's go ahead and chop this one down as well. There we go. We got it. Reverse it backwards. And let's put this one on the pile too. Yeah. There's a lot of piling up going on here. And that's fine. Alright, here we go. Zoom it to the side. Choppy choppy. Very good. I wonder what happens if I try and chop down, like, a full-on tree, and then try and pick it up with this trailer. Would that even work? I have no idea. Alright, drive into it, cut it down, reverse it backwards. Yeah, alright, a full-on trees get transported on that thing. Interesting. Okay, I almost forgot this guy needs to do his work, and unfortunately, he has actually missed a bit. He has. That whole bit over there is not is not done. So we gotta do that bit ourselves. Let's drive straight onto it, lower it down, turn it on, let's go. I don't need to do all of it, because that bit back there is fine, but we'll get this little bit right here done. I think I want to do more farming. I do. I genuinely want to do more farming. So after this series is done, where we've built ourselves a farm in the forest, I think I will actually start another one. And we'll try and build like a really big farm. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, fold this up. Let's go left, get to the next field, and get it working over there. You see, normally I wouldn't actually go for anything like this, but I don't know. In today's video, I've decided an auto-loading trailer is fine. But I don't think it is. I think, yeah, that's kind of crazy. We could just chop down trees into this thing, and it just works. That is a bit mad. Alright, let's go ahead and chop down another one anyway. Here we go. And... yeah, that's crazy. Does it say how many liters of wood we've got? It does. 28,000 liters. Okay, that's crazy. Alright, I've jumped in the tracks. We're gonna head over there, and I'm gonna start chopping down a bunch of them stumps. I also want to take out a bunch of the smaller trees, so that maybe we can get another big field out here. I think that would be awesome. Also, I think I might buy another tractor. I'm gonna buy a planter, because I want to plant a bunch of corn, and I'm gonna turn this into a huge corn farm. So, let's get this over here. We'll start chopping down a few trees. I'm gonna buy a tractor, buy a planter, bring it out here, start planting. Yes. Alright. Well, turn this on. Here we go. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. There we go. Oh, it didn't actually... Oh, did it? It did get rid of it. Chop down this guy. I hate when sometimes the trees actually just stay. But that's alright. Here we go. Chop down this one. Very good. And we're just going to drive around, get rid of all the stumps and some of the small trees. That's a lot of trees. Yeah, we've taken out actually quite a lot. I want to take out, there's a little clump over there. I want to take that bit out. And possibly quite a bit of this. There's a lot of trees here that just need taken down. So we'll probably take these down. And I might actually take out all of these loose trees until we hit the actual forest over there. Then we'll have a big old field in this little section right here. And I think that'll be pretty good. However, we need to buy a tractor, and I don't know if I've got enough money. So a small tractor will do, I think. And honestly, I don't mind buying another one of these. They're not the greatest tractors in terms of the price, but maybe? Or maybe this. Because honestly, this tractor is pretty good as well. Although, again, for the price, I don't know. Then we've obviously got... Where are they? Alright, there's two tractors that we could actually obviously choose from. These two right here are actually pretty good. But no, I think we'll go for the case. Yeah, let's do it. 42,000 for the case. How much is it to increase the engine size? 8 grand? 50,000. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. There we go. Why am I doing it like this? I don't know. And then we need to go back. We need to see if we can buy a planter. Then we need to buy fertilizer and stuff like that. And then, well, we're going to need a harvester for this too, aren't we? Interesting. I don't know. This. Ooh, yeah, 40,000. Let's do it. Let's do it. That looks pretty good. All right, buy. Yes. Oh, I didn't actually check how much horsepower we needed. 220. Well, that little tractor that I just bought, this guy right here, oh, that is much bigger than I expected it to be. This guy's gonna struggle. Okay, I just spent 5 grand on seeds, and now we need to go back, and I need to buy some fertilizer. And then once we've bought the fertilizer, I guess we can go back to the farm. I don't know about this, guys. Oh boy, 7,000 on vert. Okay. Alright, let's drive it next to it and hope that this thing... I don't know if we're going to be able to plant with this. We're going to need to save up and buy a bigger tractor if we are going to use this. Which is fine, because we do actually have the means to do that. We do. We could get the amount of money we need for a large tractor right now, if we wanted to. So that's what we might do. But anyway... why isn't the fert going in? Oh, apparently you have to do it from the side? Alright, hang on. Let me turn into this properly. Here we go. Reverse backwards, fill it in. Alright. Yeah, then we're just going to go ahead and drive this home. And we'll see if the, the 1455 XL will be able to do it. I highly doubt it. Guys, we have a rescue mission to do. We actually do as well. The way I've been getting across the river is, let's just say, let's just say I've been jumping over the bank. And, clearly, sometimes, jumping over the bank isn't the way to do it, especially with a machine that's too big. But, and there's a big but here, I've almost got across. But hopefully the Ford can actually pull us out, because, we're not fully across. Alright, like you can see, we're pretty much across. Yeah. But there is one wheel that is stuck in there, so let's go ahead and try and attach this onto the front of the tractor, and we can just start pulling. Alright, here we go. I don't know if this will even attach on. Does it? No. Oh, boy. Okay, I might be able to push it. We'll see. Do not drive in deep water. No, I understand. I'm not supposed to be in here. But we need to try and get this out. And this is sort of the only machine I've got that will be able to do it. There we go. Push! Alright, let's go ahead and jump in that other tractor. Drive! Drive, drive, drive! Yes! Alright, we did it. I didn't think about this when buying this machine. Will it even fit down our driveway? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Alright, we need a smaller machine. This is insane. This is far too big. Alright, that's the one we're gonna need, I think. Which is 4.5 meters wide, whereas this one is 6.5 meters wide. 4.5 is actually one of the smallest ones we can do as well, which is crazy. But yeah, let's go to vehicles and sell this straight away. Bit annoying. I did think it was a lot smaller than it is, so that's my bad. We don't have enough money for the new one, and I just have all of this stuff at the front now. And a new tractor. Alright, Volvo, we need to get you out of this field into the next one. This guy is doing a good job, actually. Yeah. This Volvo is picking up all the stones. Here we go, next field. Alright, hire a dude, off you go again. Nice. Okay, we're gonna need to get our big truck. I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and sell all of these now. And we'll see what happens. I genuinely don't know how much money we're gonna get for something like this, but I want to give it a go. So let's drive it over, we'll put it on the train, and I guess we'll see how much the train gives us. No, the train! No! It's leaving! It's leaving me! No! Alright, dump the wood. It says I to dump wood. It is slowly dumping the wood. Okay, alright, yeah, I mean... Oh, wait, it's selling it. I didn't think it would sell it straight away. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, it's sort of doing it, then. Yeah? And sold. Okay, we got 87,000 for that. That is a heck of a lot less than if I turned that wood into, if I turned that wood into, like, planks or beams or whatever. But never mind. Okay, so... let's see. I won't be able to grab it. I won't be able to grab it with this. But obviously we need to buy the planter, so let's just do it, I guess. There you go. It only needs 150 horsepower instead of the 200 and whatever the other one needed. Is there a way for me to grab this? I don't think there is. I actually genuinely don't think there is. No. Alright. Let's drive home, we'll bring that case back, we'll grab that thing, we'll then take it back to the farm, we'll plant a bunch of corn, and that'll be good. Just in case you were wondering how I was gonna get this tractor out of here, I think I can just drive. Maybe, come on, push, just a little bit more, there we go, yeah. So we can just drive this one straight out. Good. Alright, we've got it. Let's go ahead and... oh wait, I didn't even check on this tractor whether I should... whether I should... what's the word? Get like a front weight, or if there is a front 3-point hitch on this thing. I just bought the tractor, I upgraded the engine, and that was it. I know it can have a front loader, which maybe I should have put on it, but... I don't know, maybe having every tractor having a front loader makes no sense, which I guess it doesn't. Well, we made it back. Let's go ahead and fill this thing with the rest of the fertilizer. I say the rest. I actually had way too much in that other machine, but there we go. And now we can just start this thing planting corn in this field right here. Yeah. Sure. I think it'll look so good when this farm is fully planted and corn is fully grown. It'll look amazing. Okay, things are happening. There is a stump in this field still. Okay, interesting. Didn't realize that was still there. We need to reverse this truck all the way back over here so that we can load it with beams, because we need to buy something that is currently on sale. Also, apparently one of our workers has just finished, and I think it might be the Volvo. And I was correct! Alright, we're almost at the point where this thing is full of stones as well, but fortunately, this right here is the last field it sort of has to do, at least right now, until maybe we sort out a field over there. Wait a second, this is in stacks of 3s this time. Normally it's in like a 2, 2, and then a 3. But if it's all 3s, that's amazing. I think it'll spawn as 2 now though, won't it? Now that I've said it, yes, it spawned as 2. Alright, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Right, let's go ahead and dump this on top of here. Just like so. Yep, there we go. Kind of annoying, or one of the only annoying things with this tractor is that the front end is bigger than it looks. So, you end up hitting into the trailer even when you're not actually hitting into the trailer. It's kind of annoying in that sense, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and lower this down. Oh, it did a 3. Excellent. I might just wait for it to be 3s every time. I think it just makes sense. Alright, lift this up. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this on there. And we'll do it again and again and again until we've got a good view. Oh, would you look at that? The case is done on its first field. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is gonna look awesome when it's actually ready to harvest. Anyway, we need to travel over to the next field and get that planted. And yeah, I want them all planted today if I can. I also want to go buy the harvester that is obviously gonna harvest them. And no, we're not gonna go for like a forage harvester. We're gonna go straight for a sweet corn harvester. Yeah. Alright, there we go. We're in the field. He's doing his work again. That is beautiful. I've also stacked up like all of these, which is nice. I could obviously go ahead and stack all the long planks on here as well, which actually we might as well do. So let's go ahead and travel from here over to the long planks. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and mount these ones actually on here. That makes sense, I believe. There we go. Drop them down and let go. Nice. Alright, so we've got a few more of those to go on. We'll go ahead and mount them, and then, yeah, we're gonna go sell them, buy ourselves a harvester, and possibly a bigger tractor as well. We'll have to wait and see if we've got enough money for that. Well, we have more, obviously, but we don't have any more room. So let's go ahead and jump into the truck. Wherever it is, there it is. Strap them all down. Oh, yep, we've strapped them all down, and let's go sell them. Sell, 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 bam! There we go, 220,000, and then we need to get rid of these guys on the back. I did realize I actually missed a slot. I could have added 3 more things to here, but never mind. Alright, I've turned around and reversed backwards. Here we go. Beep, beep, beep. We're doing it. Slowly but surely. Yes. Beep, 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 beep. Bam! Sold. 102,000. Very nice indeed. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, that means we've got 400k to spend, and there is something on sale. This class, Evian, 450, and yep, we might as well buy it. There it is. And there it is. Okay, very nice. We're also gonna have to buy, obviously the header for it, so let's go ahead and buy that too. Corn headers, yes. We're gonna go for, I don't know which one to actually go for. Let's go, I can't go for a different company, so it has to be kind of small as well. How about we go for this? A Capello. Yeah, how wide is that? 6 meters wide. But it does fold up, so when we drive through our thing, we should be good. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and lower down the ramps, get that thing on here, and then we can go. Oh, hang on a second, this guy's done. Nice. All right, move on to the next field. Yes, please. Wait, I think we might be accidentally buying... Yeah, we might be buying some seeds and fertilizer. Oops. Never mind. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this. We'll whack it on the trailer, and we'll get out of here. I should probably fix it too, maybe. But never mind. Well, that took some doing without it falling off, and honestly, it's almost falling off anyway. So, let's get out of here before it does fully evacuate the building. Well, we've made it home, and, well, the case is... don't know what that was. We made it home, and obviously the class is on the back, so we're going to go ahead and park ourselves up somewhere. We're going to drop this off the back, we're going to park that up for a bit, because, well, we're literally only just planting the corn now. So, yeah, interesting. Anyway, zoom it around here. There we go, very good. Don't crash into the tree, don't do it. Okay. We didn't crash into any trees yet. Very nice. And reverse it back. Let's go ahead and lower down the ramps. And we can offload it just here. Very good. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. We made it off. Very nice. I'm going to park it right next to our little tiny house that we started with. Because just to show you that this harvester is about the same size as the house we started with. That's crazy. Okay, next field apparently. This guy is zooming. Alright, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and drive from here. We're going to zoom down the sides. Out the way, round here in our new farm. I actually love the fact that we've pretty much designed this farm all on our own. It's cool. It's really cool. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and dump... Whoa! Almost tipped over. Dump this guy right here, and he's going to... well, you guessed it, he's going to plant more corn. Guys, I've cleared a huge area right here that is on the very edge of the forest. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this tree real quick because I don't like it. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of the stump. Please. Please. There we go. I'm going to get rid of this tree as well and the stump for it. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is clear out this area a little bit. I was going to build a field here, or plow a field here, but actually, maybe we have a little bit of a courtyard. And, oh, I think there must be a stump behind me. Whoop. Destroy stumps. There we go. Yeah, build a little bit of a courtyard and we can have, I don't know, like a little farmyard here. Actually, no. I don't think we need it. I actually don't think we need it. So, we're gonna bring in that guy right there. We're gonna chop down a few trees and we're gonna process them. Oh, that tree's too big. Alright, we're not allowed to chop that one down. I'm gonna have to use a chainsaw for that. That's okay. Alright, this one, however, here we go. Choppy, choppy, and then swing it off to the side if we can. And then press X. Chopped. Okay, we're just going to do that over and over and over again. Oh, we're done again. Sorry, I had to stop deforestation and jump back into the tractor. Because we've got our last field that we need to plant. I say our last field, it's not necessarily the last field. But there we go. Alright, good. Once that's planted, that'll be awesome. Anyway, we need to drive around now, get rid of all the stumps that we've just created. And then we need to bring the truck over, load all of those logs on, and deliver them somewhere. I don't know where, but they need delivery. Alright, here we go. Drive straight into the pile. Alright, maybe we need to drive next to the pile. That probably makes more sense. Here we go. Bend it sideways, and... there we go. They're all getting added on. Alright, let's go ahead and turn hard left. Sorry, hard right. There we go. And we're good. Alright, nice. Now we just need to get rid of all those stumps. And then continue cutting down the forest. Alright, stumps are out the way, so now we can continue chopping down trees. Why am I going into this area? Well, realistically, actually... whoa, what just happened to me? Oh, it got stuck on that. Yeah, the only reason I'm actually going into this area at this point is to actually get some logs. I just want to get logs, so I'm just going to continuously chop down trees over here. We're going to get as many logs as we can and load them onto our truck. Yeah! Oh, this is awesome. The thing that I don't like is not being able to cut down the biggest trees. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? Like the 35-meter ones, I can't actually cut down. Anyway, let's go ahead and chop this, please. Can I do it? Hey, there we go, we got it. Nice. Zoom it backwards. And off to the sides, and then we should be able to cut it again. Yeah, nice. I actually just started cutting things down with chainsaws because I could. So we have 60,000 liters of wood on here, which is a bunch of full trees, and now we can reverse out and get them dropped off. Now I could take this and sell all of them, or I could actually just go ahead and drop it off at one of our staging thingamabobbies and make more planks or make more beams or whatever. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to drive over here and we're going to, yeah, process it. Here we go. I can't stop. Apparently, all of these trees actually weigh quite a lot. Alright, reverse backwards. There we go. How do I dump this, actually? Do I just press I? Not enough space to unload. Ooh. I don't know which way it unloads. I'm assuming to the right-hand side, so... let's go ahead and reverse out. There we go. Drive forwards. And park us over this side. And hopefully it will dump on the left. Here we go. Oh, wait. Okay. What do I do? What do I do with the container now? I just have a container there. Okay, I just refilled it because, well, that wasn't going too well, and it did get rid of the container, which is nice. So, now, we're just gonna go ahead and sell all of this then, I guess, because I don't know how else to do it. Okay, well, it's time to sell them, so we are here. I started breaking quite early, and we actually managed to break at the right time. Okay, dump them all off, see how much money we get, and hope for the best. I think we're gonna get a decent amount this time, because... last time, I didn't actually bring a full load. Oh my goodness. It really doesn't take long to fill this trailer either. That's insane. It's still going, and there we go. $188,000 from one load in this truck. That's cool. Well, I've made it all the way back here, and it's time to go to bed. We have $410,000. And, well, we're gonna use it soon, maybe. I actually almost forgot we had a new house, so let's go ahead and sleep in here tonight, and, we'll see what it's like. I don't think I can get in, can I? Yeah, no, that's a skinny door. Anyway, we're gonna go to sleep, wake up at 8 AM tomorrow. Let's go. Oh, it looks like I've slept in a little bit, but that's okay. Look at this, the corn is actually growing. That is beautiful. I want to have a little look at all of our fields and just see what it looks like in all of them, because, yeah, I just think it's cool. So let's go ahead and travel over here. Oh, beautiful. Alright, this one is obviously well planted, and obviously it will grow relatively high, which is nice. If we continue down the roads, obviously there is another field over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's just cool. And we've also got these fields over here, which we can just about see. I need to get this tractor out of this field without destroying any of this corn, because that would be bad. There we go. And we can go park this thing up for now, I think. So let's try and squeeze through here. There we go. Turn right. Ooh, there we go. Oh, whoops. Might have crashed into a tree. We gotta get out of here, and we gotta park up. Looks like all of our parking spaces right there are taken, so we gotta go park up here. Yes. Man, the brakes are hard to use in this game, aren't they? Slowing down just takes forever. Anyway, let's go ahead and reverse this into here. And that is ready for next time. Alright, turn our wee-woo lights off. Lower it down. Turn it off. Beautiful. Alright, Belarus Tractor, you are coming with me. It's the first time I'm using this one in a while, but I like to use all of the tractors on the farm, so off we go. This is our specialized plowing tractor, although it is actually the smallest tractor on the farm. Okay, here we go. So we are starting to do a new field on this side. I think we can actually plant more corn in here. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, let's just go ahead and drive around here, get ourselves a nice new field. And yes, I am going to go through here. We're going to take out all of these trees on my left. And this is going to be a relatively big field. Yes, bring it around here. I was going to go on the right hand side of that tree, but it's fine. We'll zoom it this way. We will probably get rid of this tree that's on my right just now. This little tree right here. And I'm going to... You don't have access to this land? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, well I guess I got to go this way then. Hopefully I can. Alright. Whack it down. I don't have access to this land. That's not good. I don't know where my access starts and where it ends, actually. We're going to try and zoom this way anyway. And I'm just going to take it round this thing that we've got right here. Yep. Take it round here. I probably shouldn't have parked things in the way, but it is what it is. We're going to zoom this way, and then we'll meet it back up with the bit that we started with. Here we go. Zoom it round, and we are almost there. Yeah. I do think what I want to do is actually buy a bigger plow. So that is what we're going to do. Alright, so... Oh! That's a bigger one. No, we don't need it. We don't need it. So what I'm going to do is go to vehicles. We are actually going to sell... Oh, you know what? We don't need to sell it. We're just going to keep this. And we'll use it for different things. But not for this. Right, so go ahead and park this right here for now. We're going to purchase ourselves a brand new tractor. And drive it over here with a new plow. We want a bigger plow as well. So if we scroll down, what can we have? The Ford is what we already have. It's quite nice. We do have a lot of money. How about we go for a fast track? Let's do it. Let's buy ourselves a fast track. Window control? What? I'm alright. I guess we don't need that. Strobes, yes. Flag, yes. Where even is that? Oh, this bit on the front. Extinguisher, don't care. Front loader, we don't need one. Buy it. There we go. 218,000. Okay. From there, we're going to get ourselves a plow or a subsoiler. Either or. And that'll be good. Alright, here we go. Plows. Yes. We want one bigger than what we've currently got. Yeah, we do. How big is this? 50 meters. What? Alright, well, I think I'm going to buy this one right here. Hopefully we have enough horsepower. I didn't check how much horsepower the JCB has, but I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. Alright, let's jump into it. Here it is. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this is so much bigger. Look at that! The size difference is crazy. Anyway, this should allow us to obviously go around this field a lot quicker. Hopefully. So let's go ahead and plug this in. I don't want it to go out of the boundary. So we're just going to lower it down, turn it on, and start driving forwards. And what that'll allow for is the angle on the back, which it totally worked. Alright, we're good. We're good. I just have to follow this around now. I have to destroy all of these trees and, yeah, just fill in the field. You know what, actually, let's go ahead and just start chopping down these trees now. They are very much in the way, so we'll chop them all down, get them all out of the way, pick them all up with the truck, and then if we need to drop them off somewhere, we totally can. But yeah, let's just keep chopping these guys down until the truck can come over here and pick them up. Alright, that's a lot of the trees chopped down, but I think there's more. Also, the smaller of the trees, I'm actually just going to go ahead and destroy. We'll use the tracks, and we will, in fact, destroy them. I need to try and scoot around here without getting stuck. That would be awesome. There we go. I've just rammed into rammed into a stump, but that's alright. If we go around the top edge, should be able to pick up all of these guys. And there we go. Alright, very nice. Let's chop down these two right here, and then I'm going to destroy the rest. I'm pretty sure I've got almost all of the trees now. There's just this one right here. There we go. And then there's one behind me, and I don't know if there's any over there that need cutting down. I don't think so. So if we can turn ourselves around without destroying my truck, that would be good. And I think this might be the last tree we need to get rid of. There we go. Good. Oh yeah, there we go. This field is almost done. I just need to go ahead and grab this little tiny slither right here. There we go. And then what I can do is get the Volvo out here to de-stone this. But before we do that, we actually need to drop the stones out of the Volvo because it's currently full. So yeah, or almost full anyway. We'll just go ahead and stop the JCB behind our truck. Go to said Volvo. Where is it? There it is. Go pick up the stone picker. Oh wait, actually, where is? Yeah, it's over there. We'll grab the stone picker and then we'll pick them all up. I think I'll actually just dump the stones over here for now. So let's turn this around. There is a stump there. I've missed a good few stumps. There's like 2 stumps over there as well. But yeah, we've turned it around. We are in fact going to reverse over here. My gear is not changing for some reason, but that's fine. And I'm just going to go ahead and unload it here. Here we go. Look at it. I actually really like this machine. It's kind of cool. So it flips it over the top and then unloads it through there. Alright, now we're good to go. Yeah! Let's drive over there together, shall we? We gotta go around the outside, around here. We gotta drive down this road over here. Oh, I've accidentally unfolded it. That's pretty bad. We go past our house, which is just there. We could actually... Ooh. We could actually go this way. As long as I fit through some of these trees over here, we should be good. So long as I fit through here, maybe? I can barely see anything. But yeah, this is the bit that we're currently clearing out. And this right here is the field. Alright, unfold it. Press H. Someone's going to do something here, and that's good. We have the other side of the road over here, where I want to actually build something. And that something is actually some sort of shed. I think a shed would be quite nice. So, let's go ahead and find ourselves a shed that we want. Possibly even just one of these, to be honest. I might actually just whack this in right here. There we go. So if I press B, I believe, I'm just going to whack it right there. There we go. It's a little bit of a storage shed that we can use, which is good. Alright, let's go ahead and paint the floor around it. We're going to have a concrete base. And as long as I can get the nice lines going, we should be good. There we go. And there we go. Not the best way about doing things, but it's fine. Next to it, we're just going to go ahead and gravel the edge. We're going to go to this side. I'm going to gravel this edge too. And then out front, I guess I'm just going to gravel this as well. There we go. Loads of gravel everywhere. That's what we do. We literally add gravel everywhere. Alright, I need to make this smaller, do that, and there we go. This is actually where I'm going to park this. Yeah, the JCB is going to be parked in here with the big plow because it's the only building it will fit in. That's why I built it. There we go. And that is lovely. I guess because I can, the Belarus is going to be parked in there as well. And I need to move my truck out of the way too, so I might be able to park that in there too. Although that's a little bit more unlikely, I guess. But as long as I fit this close to the left, I think the truck will fit in here. Yeah. Alright, let's give it a go. Start the truck. I kind of want to reverse it in, but I feel like that might be kind of tricky with this tractor on my left. Alright. Let's do a hard reverse round. Follow it round. And there we go. We should be able to just park it straight in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Totally. Awesome. Alright, parked her up. And there we go. We are going to need this next, so let's go ahead and drive this over there too. Obviously not dragging it on the floor. And yeah, we're going to be using this very soon, so drive this over there too. We've got all of our machinery over there now. That's crazy. And here we are. So this will be getting used next because we're going to plant more corn in that field. Oh, yes, we are. We've already got 3 tractors in here and one's in the field as well. Really? We are... I think we might be a little bit overloaded with tractors, actually. Okay, I wanted to look into something, actually. Obviously, we've been making long planks, we've been making beams. What can we do with each of those? So if I go to construction, what can I build with those beams? Or, yeah, or whatever. So, this takes planks and turns it into furniture. It does cost 300,000. However, if I go down here somewhere, we might get a different building that can also do it. That's a dairy thing. That's a lumber mill. I actually really like the idea of a huge lumber mill. That is a peat factory. Interesting. And then this is for other stuff. Alright, interesting. Oh, this one takes planks and long planks and turns them into barrels? Oh, I actually like the idea of this building. We are going to need to save up a little bit of money, but I think building this here would be awesome. So, what I'm going to do is destroy some trees. Here we go. Turn this thing on. We're going to destroy the little tree first. Yep, there we go. Destroy this tree. Very good. This tree. Yep, and a few of the other ones. And then we should be able to fit it in here if we need to. Alright, so, I believe there is actually an option at these places to sell... I think it might be the other side. To sell straight away. So, what I might do is, if there's any stored up, which they're likely... Oh my goodness, it's pretty much full. I'm going to change the thing to selling, I think. So, change output mode to selling. There you go. So, planks long. I believe it'll sell? I don't really know. How quickly does it work? How quickly does it work? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, go to this one. We'll do wood beams as well. Apparently there's no wood left here. Oh, interesting. That's crazy. Change output mode. We'll put that on selling as well. And I don't know. Maybe it'll sell it. I don't know. Weird. But yeah, we need to drop off more logs up there if we can. I feel like we might as well get rid of, like, some of these. So I am going to drop this tree into the sell point if I can. Here we go. Please say it goes straight in. That would be amazing. And... what? That is... oh, it's so close. It is so close. Right, jump in the Ford. We need to drive over there. We'll actually drop more trees off as well. We can. Oh my goodness. Okay, things are getting a little bit out of hand over here. Getting stuck and everything. But I think if I can turn into this... nope. Oh, come on. Come on. Drive into it. Yeah. And sold. Alright, good. It's not actually getting sold, to be fair. It's just getting dropped off for us to use again. But I need to do that over and over and over again. And actually, it's kind of challenging doing it this way. So instead of using this, we might as well tow them with this guy. Here we go. I'm glad I keep these tools around. I almost sold this, to be fair. Heave! Yeah! Alright, if I turn around and actually drive forwards, we should be able to drag it all the way over here, I think. Come on. Oh, it just bounced out of something. Don't know what's going on there. But here we go, and delivered. Nice. There's only one more to drop off. And there it is. Oh, I'm accidentally driving over the corn. That's my bad. Oh, it looks like it has actually sold the things that it was trying to sell before. You do get a lot less money if you do it that way, but, yeah, that's fine. So let's just go ahead and grab these guys. This will be the last one that we actually need to do. Well, no, obviously not this stack. That stack right there needs to come on. We need to go get the stacks over there too, but we might never have to do this ever again. Maybe. Who knows? Alright, here we go. Oh, you know what, actually? We will have to do this again, because as soon as we get that carpentry thing, we're gonna have to do this. We're really actually gonna have to do this a lot. Oh, actually, that's not true. We can turn it to, dispersing or whatever it's called. Yeah, so that actually they get sent straight to the building areas. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright. Let's go ahead and drop this off on here without knocking everything over, if possible. That's all good. And then let's push that one on a little bit more. Oh, slowly does it. Slowly does it. That'll do. And now let's go ahead and drive over to the other thing, and we'll get them stacked up on this trailer too. I think I'm going to actually try and load these differently. And what I mean by differently is I'm going to drive onto the back. I think this is actually a terrible idea, but I want to try and do it anyway. So let's go ahead and get ourselves in a nice position to drive straight up there. And we'll stack them like this. This is crazy. The thing is, the top two aren't actually attached to my my thing yeah, I thought this was gonna happen. That was a terrible idea. Like an absolutely terrible idea. However, what? How has this happened? We've got them back on, almost. Oh, come on. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And then if I release, hopefully, that'll drop down into the right place, almost. And then we can get the other ones. Yeah, that was a terrible way of doing this. Alright, I stacked it up a little bit again, so we flipped that one over. Let's go ahead and... I keep trying to drive onto this at a really weird angle, and I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, I'm going to angle this one forwards quite a bit. I'm going to bring it up, angle it forwards a little bit more, so that when we're up here, it's level, which has worked. And then we're going to dump this on here. Reverse it backwards. Lower it down, let it go. Nice. And there we go. The last ones have been loaded, so we can just park this up for now. We can jump into the lorry, or the truck, wherever it is. There it is. Strap them down. Go ahead and lift up the thingamabobbies on the back, and let's get out of here. I'm going to sell these guys. There's not very many of them on, but that's okay. Coming in. Ooh, there we go. L. Hey, it all sold at once. Very nice. $137,000. Beautiful. Okay, so what I meant earlier, if we go to this thing, is that instead of selling or storing, we can actually click on this, change output mode to distributing. And what that'll do is as soon as planks long is ready, they'll get distributed to wherever we need them to be. Also, we are going to stop making wooden beams, going to deactivate that, and we're going to start making normal planks, activate. Then what we're going to do is actually change the output mode of those to distributing as well, and that's good. So what that'll do, once we build this new building, it'll automatically send the things from here into the building, and that'll be awesome. And here it is. This is the building. So if I position that right there, boop, there we go. Excellent. I don't know which bits of this we actually need to be able to get to, but we'll figure that out. I am going to go ahead and soften this area. There we go. All the way around. And that's okay with me, I feel. Yeah. Okay, so at the back, what do we have? Let's have a little look. This looks like a drop-off area. Alright, so we need some gravel. We're going to make a gravel road or whatever come down here. There we go. Fine, just fill all this with gravel, that's okay. There we go. We're then going to zoom it around the back, and that'll be fine. Alright, good. Yeah, I think that's okay. Get rid of any of the bushes, things that we need to get rid of. Zoom this down the side. Cut that little bit off right there. I think that will be fine. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, cool. And then on the front of it, we might as well just continue this road this way. A little bit like that. There we go. That is awesome. I think that's fine. So, let's have a little look around it, shall we? And see what we need to do. So, there's a square box right here. Don't know what that's all about. It's an empty building. Okay. And then on the other side, we got the drop-off point. Okay. Where's the production button? Where is the production button? It's on the side. Okay, right. So, oh my goodness. Oh, it'll do it with planks long. It'll do all of them with planks long. Interesting. I don't know which of these is the best to do. Apparently cycles per month is 60 for bathtubs. Oh, let's just make bathtubs. Activate. Sure. We're going to make bathtubs, guys. Out of planks. Let's do it out of planks long as well. There you go. It's doing both, I think. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize this guy was done. Okay. We need to get this field planted. So let's go ahead and get out of here with this thing. We have a lot of stones. This must be our biggest field, because we got so many stones out of that. We got more than doing, like, all of the other fields well, not combined. What am I saying? We got a third of what all the other fields produced. So, yeah, it's pretty big. Anyway, we need this tractor now, so let's go ahead and drive this into the field and get it planting more corn. Yeah. Alright, we need to head back to the store again, so we're taking the JCB. We're going to drive straight back to the store. Going to take a shortcut. Oh, this is actually not really that much of a shortcut. We're going to go this way. And, yeah, we need to buy something new, which is going to be interesting. And it needs to go through every single field. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just zoom over. We'll pick one up, we'll bring it back, and we'll get a worker doing that as well. And this is what we will be purchasing. There we go. Buy it. Yes. Do we really need a big one like this? The answer's no. The answer is definitely no. But we'll go ahead and take it over there anyway. Yep. I'm not even going to fill it with fertilizer here. I should, but I'm not going to. Because we have some at the front entrance of the farm, we might as well use that instead. There we go, that's the one. Fill it up. Yes. I don't know why. Well, I do know why we've got all of these here, but there's just so many of them. There is. But I think I've picked them all up, actually. Yeah, we've managed to get them all. Very nice. And essentially, all we need to do now is send this through all of the fields, make sure that all of them are fertilized, and that's all good. I don't know how it's going to deal with this, but let's hire a person. Barbie is driving. And see if Barbie can fertilize these fields easily. I guess she doesn't really have to drive around all that much. Because you just send it, don't you? Maybe I should do it myself. I should probably do it myself. Alright, here we go. Reverse backwards. We're going to fertilize the field ourselves. Okay, start driving forwards. Go, go, go! Alright, can I actually do this entire field in one? We're going to fertilize most of it. There we go. Yeah, most of this field will be fertilized in one. And that's all we need. Very good. So we're then going to move straight into the next field. We'll just do one line through that field as well. And there we go. Cut it. We'll do one line through this field, which actually, it should be able to get both sides of this one anyway. And then we'll do the next field, which is just there. The next field after that is just around the corner. And we'll keep it going round and round and round. Okay, unfortunately, I do have to kind of do a bad thing here and go this way. That's okay. And there we go. Alright, and then what we're going to do is zoom through this one. But I'm going to start at this end. Okay, so turn into it. There we go. Turn it on and drive. Oh yeah, what happened there? Apparently planting missed some. That's not very good. Alright, whatever. So we go straight through this field. And then we'll go straight through the next one. And, oh, there's just so many fields now. There's loads of fields. Yep, well, I mean, it's working. We are going to miss a whole bunch of these fields, I'm not going to lie. But a lot of them will be fertilized twice anyway, so that's all we really needed. Alright, turn it off, go across the road. This one, we are going to drive around. And I think we might actually get all of this one, but we'll see. So, up to the end. Yes! Turn right now. Yep. Bring it this way. Turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. Yep, there we go. Turn it on, turn this one. And we'll go this way. Yeah. It's all fine. It's all fine. Wait, have I actually missed a huge chunk there in the middle? I think I have. I think I've missed a huge bit down here. I don't know if that's true. No, it is. I've missed a bit right here. I don't know how I did that. Alright, there we go. So that field's done. We don't have to do the next field just yet because, well, it's not ready. Next month, however, I guess we can. Alright, I'm taking the logs over to another point to hopefully release them properly this time. So if I drive this over here and we release it in, I think there is a way of this working. So press I. It unloads all of the logs. Okay, and then maybe... Why are there no logs in there? Okay, never mind, that is not how that works, unfortunately. So I guess it turns out whatever logs end up in this trailer have to get sold. That's really annoying. That's actually really annoying. Okay, there we go. This field has been planted, except that little bit right there. Why is that bit not being planted? Hang on. I got that little bit myself. I got it. Here we go. Boop. Put it down and... drive over it. Yes, there we go. It's all been planted now, hasn't it? Yes. Okay, so let's fold this up. What's happening? Yeah, lift it up. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and park it in the shed for now. It seems all of my machinery has actually ended up over here. Yeah, weird. Anyway, it's time to go to sleep. So I'm gonna reverse backwards, and I'm gonna go to the house, and we're gonna go to sleep for the night. It is only 3:30 in the afternoon, but, you know, we've done a few jobs, and that's what we needed to do. Yep, sleepy time. Oh, look at that. That field is growing. Okay, I need to check some things. Yeah, I do, actually. So, let's have a little look at our productions. This one does have wood. This one has no wood. So, the one that's making planks, which used to make wood beams, needs more wood. Okay. You know what, actually? I don't think this should even be here. Yeah, let's get rid of it. And there's... yeah, because we're not using the trees around this one anymore. We're going to sell this. But before we do, how do I get the wood chips out? We've got 10,000 wood chips there. We might be able to use that trailer over there to get them. I'm not sure. I don't know how this works. Oh, okay, yeah. We just go ahead and drive it over, and there it is. We have 10,700 or something wood chips. Very nice. We don't need to actually carry these. We're just gonna go ahead and park this straight back up. Yeah, we don't need them right now. They don't really do anything for us right now, so they are away. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and sell it. It doesn't need to be there anymore. So, construction. Yep. this building. Sell. Okay. And then we need to, like, make this area of land look nice again, if possible. So, flatten out this area, make it big. Okay, make it smaller, that's fine, there we go. And then, I guess we just need to, like, paint it. Yeah. So, we'll go with gravel. Yeah, because otherwise, if we don't go with gravel, this is gonna look even weirder, I think, with this section. Because I can't really... What is this? Dirt? Animal mud? Let's just do some animal mud. There we go. A little bit of animal mud over here. Makes it look a little bit swampy. But actually, that's fine. Sure. Good. I'm actually somewhat happy with that. That looks alright. Yes. Alright, so, realistically, we don't need to keep any of our machines over there either. But I am going to keep some of them there. It makes sense to keep some. Right, these trees right here need to go. If you're wondering where I am, I'm pretty much at the last field we did. There's our carpentry stuff over there. I want to chop... do I want to chop these down? No, no. I'll chop this tree down right here. This one, that... yeah, I'll chop down a few of these trees on this side. And then we'll try and tow them to the lumber mill thing. Yeah, alright. I can't actually use this to chop it down, so we're just going to go ahead and chop it down like this. Yeah. Alright, so we chopped down a bunch of trees. I need to transport them now, and although I could use this on the front, getting the trees out of there normally is actually a pain in the butt, so I'm gonna drive all the way over here. We're gonna drop off our front thingamabobby. We're also gonna drop off our weight and put it on the front. Yeah, we are. We're gonna do that, so drop this here. Yes, very good. We're going to reverse backwards. We're going to drop this here. Yes. And we're just going to switch it round. So, we're going to put the winch on the back, and we're going to put the weight on the front. Hopefully that gives us enough leverage. I think it will. I'm not going to lie, this isn't how I expected to be transporting it, but we are transporting it this way. Anyway, I believe I've got 2 trees here, which is good, because we need the wood, so... We're just going to transport it. Oh, no! Because I drove it past the truck. The truck swallowed it. I forgot that was going to happen. Okay. We need to move this out of the way. We need to leave. Okay. Otherwise, it's just going to keep eating the trees. And I don't want it to eat the trees. I don't want that. Alright. Well, we'll bring it over here anyway. We'll reverse it backwards and we'll hide it in this corner for now. If I need more woods, though, we can use these. Oh, we can use this. Alright, we got it. We do, in fact, have it. And now if I drive over here, we should be able to pull it in. Hopefully. Please. Hopefully, please. Come on. Come on. There we go. I got it wrapped around something. If I press K, is it going to bring it in? I can't remember the button. Is it K or is it... Control K? I think that's winching it in. It is! It's working! Okay, and there we go. We did it. We have a few more trees to deliver like that. Alright, pulling one tree at a time actually is a heck of a lot easier for this, to be honest. So we'll just keep dragging one tree at a time. There's another one. In fact, I want to jump out because I want to check how much wood we've got. How much is in here? If there's a lot, then I might not do much more. Oh, there's loads! Okay, I'm not going to do any more. This thing, by the way, has been a workhorse. The Ford's TW25 has been amazing. Okay, I was just thinking what jobs we need to do next. I need to drive through this field, and I need to fertilize it. That is a good idea. No, don't drive into that. I need to fertilize it, so let's just do this. We'll drive up and down once. Actually, twice, so once that way, once this way. Yeah, that makes sense. Just get it all covered. That would be awesome. And then I want to see how much the Cooper Gate, how many bathtubs it's made. I'm going to assume not very many, but I don't know where it delivers them, or where it sends them, or drops them. I don't know. Okay, let's go back this way. Yes. And that'll be good, I think. I think this will be A-okay. Maybe. We aren't really using that much fertilizer on this either, to be fair. Obviously, it was fertilized already before, whilst planting. So once we fertilize this bit, we are good to go. Yeah. Also, sorry if you do watch these and you are very confused because I jump all over the place. That is my bad, so sorry about that. I'm about to destroy some corn. Oops. Alright, there we go. We've drove through, and we are good. Let's just leave this over here again. And that's fine. Alright, cool. So, I need to have a little look around. I need to drive the truck over there first. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is it making? There's actual bathtubs out the front, but I didn't think I was making the other things. It's made buckets as well. We're making buckets and bed bathtubs. What is going on? Alright, let's drive this forwards. We're actually going to park this in the road. That's fine. We're going to need to go get the Ford. Alright. And with the Ford, we're going to need the straps. And also the front loader. So let's go grab that too. And we've got the front loader now, so we need to make up... Hello? What just happened? Oh, there's still a stump there. I drove over that earlier and I just ignored it. Oops. Okay, let's make our way around here. I might need to move the case out of the way before I can do anything. Yeah, oh, it's the Volvo actually, sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize the Volvo was parked there. Let's move this out of the way. We're gonna move the tracks out of the way as well. So I'll just actually park this over here. There we go. That's fine. I really like this Volvo, by the way. I think the Volvo is cool. Anyway, we need to skip through this thing. We need to move this out of the way. And I think I'm just going to park it over here, actually. There we go. Okay, so, bathtubs. I don't have a fork, so we're going to have to just use this, which I think is just going to strap it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just strapped them both. I have two bathtubs ready to be loaded on. They're not really in the right place for this, but here we go. So, bathtub and bathtub. Boop. There we go. They're loaded, weirdly. That's fine. What else do we have? Wood chips and buckets. Alright, this is not what I thought I would get up to today, to be honest. Didn't think there'd be wood chips and buckets and bathtubs involved in any of my farm. Anyway, let's go ahead and try and strap these next. There we go. Lift it up and put these on the trailer as well. I'm gonna do it in a way that I think I can actually get more on here. So, if I just line these up like this and then let go. Yeah, there we go. And then if I do it again, we should be able to fit another one on the top, and then the other one goes on the left-hand side of the wood chips. Although, actually, I don't have them next to each other anymore, so I just have to grab them one at a time. Okay. That's fine, we can do that. So I'll try and fit this next to the other buckets, but I don't see it working out. We can try, though. So, if I just try and fit that in the middle... Oh! Oh! Yeah! There we go, drop it down, beautiful! What a weird thing to be going to sell. Bathtubs, buckets, and wood chips. It makes no sense. But I like it. Alright, so, we'll drive in here. We'll grab this. And let's go ahead and drop this off. Alright, I've accidentally pushed the rear bathtub out of the way a little bit, but that's okay. So, this thing is working, it's doing its job, things are being made. Very nice indeed. Guys, I'm selling this thing. I am. I don't want it anymore. We're gonna sell it straight away. I could just use a chainsaw to chop down trees, and then we can pull it over to wherever we need to be with our hands, which is exactly what we're going to do. Or with our hands, with our winch. Sell. Yes, 185,000. Beautiful. I'm actually going to sell the Devour Trees thing as well. We don't need that anymore. The self-made forest trailer, we definitely don't need that. We bought that really early on, and we just have never used it. What else we got going on? We don't really need the Belarus Turbo. We don't need that. So we're selling that for 10 grand. And we don't need the thingamabobby that comes with it. This guy. Sell that for 1,758. Okay, we're back up to almost $250,000. Alright, I'm going to park up the Volvo actually in here with the case. And also, the fast track. Although the fast track is outside, so maybe we'll leave that there. There we go. Good. Okay, I'm actually going to go to sleep, and next month I'm going on holiday. That's right. I'm going to spend July on holiday, and then after that, we're going to see where we are at with the farm. Ah, okay, that was pretty scary. We come back from our holiday. It is now August, and that means it has been 365 days. Pretty crazy. Our corn has grown up drastically, and it's now pretty much above my... It is above my head. Would you look at that? We've also seemingly made more bathtubs and also buckets and wood chips. So let's go ahead and load those onto our lorry. We'll go ahead and sell these guys. What I'm going to do is say that the series sort of ends here. However, I really want to harvest some of the fields. So actually, let's do that in its own little video. We'll harvest all of these fields in its own video. That'd be cool. Alright, how much do bathtubs actually sell for? I have no idea. I'm going to assume a decent amount of money, but I just don't know. Here we go. Boop. 28,000. Okay, we made not very much money whatsoever. Oh, I expected more than that, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's turn ourselves around. Oh yeah, almost jackknifing, but that's okay. Alright, reverse into it. And we should be good, I think. Alright, there we go. Alright, unstrap. Boop, 43,000. Okay, so we finish with 318,000. Let's have a little drive through the farm in our Volvo, and I'll show you guys what we ended up doing in this series. So we used to have a forest here. There used to be a forest. Now we have ourselves a building that produces baths and buckets, which is nice. We got ourselves a little shed. We have a Trax 600, which is for deforestation. We have a big old plow. We have a stone picker-upper, a planter, a Volvo, which is what I'm in right now, a Case International right there. We have a JCB Fast Track with a spreader on the back, and a Ford with a front loader. That Ford has actually been probably MVP. It's been very good. We planted this field right here with corn. It's a pretty big field. This field here with corn. Pretty big field. This field here with corn. That's right. All of this used to be a forest. It is getting to nighttime. Okay. Let's go through here. So we have our trailer with wood on it. We have our wood processing facility right there. If we continue further around, we got our own house right there, the big one. We have another field full of corn. If we continue along, you'll see our lights that we started with. I actually really like this, and I wanted to see this on a nighttime. And honestly, it looks really good. We have our other shed up there. We have our first starter house there. We actually bought a harvester, which is just here, and a winch right there. Let's continue down the driveway where we can see the other fields. Alright, so if we go this way, we have a field of corn right there. I actually really like the fencing and the fact that we got lights along these fields, and the fact that at the start of the field and the exit of the field, we can drive straight in and get it harvested. Like, it's so cool. On our left, we have another field, and that can be harvested too. It also has an entrance on this side, and it has an entrance obviously on this side over here. And that is pretty much it. We have gone ahead and made a farm out of a forest. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the series. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the farm. And I'll see you guys in the next one, where I think I'm going to do a pretty good thing with 100 days on a farm. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.